Hello.
All right.
All right. So
Sweating.
when we last left off, I'm not going to do a full recap this time. But when we last off, you guys woke up at the inn, and the day before had gotten a couple pieces of material that you need to take to the Storm Spire. You had a quest to complete for Father Maxwell, and you had a scroll from the Lightborn brothers to try to get a writ of passage from the Archbishop. You went there. You found that Father Maxwell is completely gone. You got yourself a kitty, and
Lando.
you then discussed your affairs in front of an office guy. He got scared. You guys then went and talked to the Archbishop, who gave you a proposition: either go to the church and break up a funeral, or go help the stonemasons. Decided to break up the church funeral. Before leaving, Declan threw the guy working in the office under the bus for some reason, and he disappeared. Then you guys went to the funeral.
Asshole.
Yeah, not very paladinly. I don't know if that follows any of your tenants. Power nerf incoming.
Chaos.
But but you went to the funeral, and you guys were very worried the whole time that you were going to be followed. Once you got there, you really didn't want to kill a bunch of people at a funeral because I mean, you're not monsters. Nobody really wants to kill people at a funeral, right?
I mean,
So you went there, and as you walk in, lo and behold, Rusak is here at this
Oh man.
funeral, and you begin talking to him. Right?
That was some shit.
Been frantically trying to put the words together to explain to him the predicament you're in, and he doesn't quite understand it, right? And then the Lightborn brothers come up, and you guys are pretty fucking worried that the Lightborn brothers are going to kill everybody inside the fucking church. But in a bit of a twist, they force Declan and Zhagal down to their knee to kneel before Rusak. And it turns out that they had broken their oaths not long ago. They are fire worshippers themselves. During the heat of all this, the people having the funeral down below managed to escape through the tunnels. You guys continued back down to the funeral room and talked for a little bit. You guys were kind of in a pickle. You couldn't figure out what you were going to do. You had to prove that you had broken this funeral up, and yet there are no people here and there are no bodies. So you're kind of fucked. You didn't really have anything you were going to do. You're starting to think okay, well, let's go to the morgue and get some bodies. And
We need a body.
We need a body. is what was said. And Rusak was also concerned. He didn't know how he was going to handle this. So he consulted the flames, as he does. And he looked into the flames and he saw his fate. And he walked forward and he pulled out his dagger and he killed himself right there on the floor. Thus solving the problems. Telling you, may the flames guide you as he faded away from the world.
May the flames be with you.
Yeah, something like that.
so close to the force, though.
That's exactly what I was going for.
You guys then carried the body publicly through the streets of Stormspire back to the Citadel. Zhagal carried him up the stairs for some reason, dragging his head across the stairs.
Like a boss.
He then took his somewhat beaten and bloodied body to the Archbishop, who was a little disturbingly pleased. You then heard in a series of exchanges between him and his dead brother that this was his brother. You didn't know that until this point. And then he forced you out, paid you a lump of gold, and he told you to leave him alone with his brother. You guys left, felt a bit emotionally charged, didn't know what was going on in there, and decided that you were going to get completely fucking wasted.
Yeah. So what else do you do after
shit
like that happens?
You're gonna celebrate Rusak's life, right? Sure. You guys are cool people.
If you say so.
You went out and you got completely obliterated did some arm wrestling, right? And
Oh, hell
you
yeah.
got
We
really
did some
drunk.
arm wrestling. Isn't that right? Isn't that right, Zhagal?
Got
The
fucking
last
smashed.
thing,
Why
the
would I
last
arm
thing that
wrestle him?
happens.
We got gold out of it, so technically we all
Yeah.
won.
It was a scheme.
Except for my arm is broken.
I need to post that clip of the fly. You guys need to see it. It's so good.
We don't.
So, you guys blacked out completely. For Zhagal, this is the second time in a very short period of time.
Two times.
He's
Remember.
literally not slept without blacking out. In over a
Remember.
week now.
It was
True,
only
right?
the second strongest drink
Yeah.
in the house, not the black liquid.
So let's see if I can. Let's see where my tipping point is. Right? Maybe I can
So,
do the third strongest and
Declan,
not pass out.
you awake and your eyes are just barely opening, and you hear just like things are starting to come to, and you hear that there's a band playing at this point in the day, and you sit up. There's a fucking minotaur up here.
What the fuck, man?
Singing soul music, right? Sitting in the morning sun. He's like an Otis Redding fucking.
Why are you? Where the hell am
And,
I?
you kind of hear people behind you. They're like, "Hey, he's starting to wake up. He's starting to wake up." And you realize
Is
that
it
you've
spinning
got
for
that
anybody
in
else?
the middle of the fucking floor of the bar, and sitting behind you is a trio of Sarpatanian guards that just happen to be in the bar right now. And then we cut back to you guys.
Howdy.
Florian, you wake up in your bedroom on your floor, the bedroom of your inn, right? And you're just kind of like sprawled out on the floor. But as you wake up, you look at your bag, and all the shit that was in your bag is just like arranged in this really weird, intricate rune. You have no fucking idea what you were trying to do. Looks like maybe you're trying to turn all of your shit into one thing or something. You don't remember though.
Oh my god.
No idea.
Where's the fucking egg?
Yeah. Is my egg there?
Yeah, it's there. It's like in the center.
Okay, that's all that I care about. I'm going to see if I can
Zhagal, you wake
I
up.
don't fucking know.
And you open your eyes, and it's very bright because you are outside. And you open your eyes, and the rain is just delicately pitter-pattering on your face. And
Let's get at her.
you're actually outside the back of the bar in the alley.
Peeing.
Was I even awake at this point, or
Yeah,
I was probably on the ground peeing.
You're just now waking up. This is you waking up. You realize you guys have slept through like the better half of the day. It's what would be like 6 or 7 o'clock in the afternoon at this point.
Oh fuck! Where am I? And I stand up. And what do I see? Am I like in an alley? You said?
Yeah, you're in the alley. You can tell you're behind the bar.
Okay.
Or the inn that you're supposed to have been sleeping in.
I'm just gonna walk inside the bar again.
Okay. So you make your way around the front and you walk into the bar and you see Declan, who has sit up. And he's just kind of like half asleep right now.
Oh, hey, Declan.
And you also see the to the right of
What happened last night, man?
I beat your ass at arm wrestling and
Yeah, that's the last thing I remember.
spinning. Lots of spinning, and I think I might need more food because I threw it up.
As Zhagal walks up to Declan and says his name, one of the Sarthartanian guards immediately perks up. He's like, "Yep, that's him. And he starts walking.
That's who?
towards it.
What are
He
you
starts
talking
walking towards
about,
it with a
man?
scroll in his hand, and he hands it to you, and he's like, "Here you are, sir. High Lord Varus has told us to give this to you, when you wake up."
I crumble it and throw it across the room.
And it's like, that is not advice.
I am
cannot-
not even talking to you, man. I need. Give me a minute, all right? I just woke up.
Doug
And
gets
I'm
kinda
not.
like a shitty look on his face, and he's like, "So, would you like to get some more rest then? Is that what you need?"
He's gonna try to intimidate this guard. He's gonna say, "Would you like to get the fuck out of my face, man?"
All right, go ahead and roll that. You're about to go to jail, though. Just want you to know.
No, not if I'm good enough.
No,
God damn it, Michael.
you just made a really bad set of choices.
Well, the first of many, I'm sure. 22 though.
All right. Well, you did it. And he's like, all right, take it easy. You fucking
Just
fucking
let me
animal.
get some water, man.
I'm going to go over to the crumpled piece of paper, pick it up, and read it.
All right. Yeah, okay, so you walk up to it. First of all, it was a scroll. Okay, I don't know how you
Yeah.
crumpled up a scroll.
I ripped it.
You could
I
like
don't
grab
know.
the edges and
Yeah.
collapse it.
I
Probably.
have really big hands. Okay.
Okay.
Master Fister.
You walk over to it, and you see it's got this kind of blue and gold like royal seal on it, kind of the seal of a like a higher up or something. And you break the seal and you unroll the thing, and you can tell it's specifically for Declan, and it's from High Lord Varys Silverfang, the general of the Great Envoy. And he wants him to meet him and Tyrus Lightsworn at the Stormspire Citadel.
Just for me?
Doesn't appear threatening. Doesn't appear threatening the way the one.
It just, you know, as you guys can see from the last few times, Declan's a cranky. He's not a morning person, you know. Don't wake him up and talk to him.
Yeah. Well, I of course witnessed this.
Nobody
so I
woke
say,
you up.
hey, Declan.
Well, kind of.
Yeah.
He doesn't know
Right.
that.
I say,
He was
regards, hey,
awoken.
don't worry about him, guys. He's with me. He's cool. We'll take care of this.
I was just going, right. He kind of looks up and down at your what is effectively like a
My
fanatic's garb.
Yeah.
He's like, right, he's with you. Okay, good to know.
I'll
And I
tell
hand
you
it-
what.
I hand the
I'm
thing
with me. And he just pours the water on his head. Doesn't even drink it. He just pours it on his head. I'm with me. He's with me. All right, just I'll make my way up there. Don't worry about it, man.
Right. Well,
All right.
I didn't even know what the seal said. The High Lord simply told us to give it to you. So, and he goes back to sitting down and drinking with his friends. They weren't. You can tell they weren't actually like here for you. You just happened to be.
I was just concerned they were some other set of guards. That's it.
I mean, a set of guards hands you a sealed envelope. That seems real,
Yeah.
like...
You have a
show
set of
you're
guards that
being
you need to
executed.
maintain your I'm an asshole persona with. I forgot.
Well, that'd be scary, man. I'd be afraid I'm gonna die, that's for sure.
I mean, at least I
so-
didn't, like, stab into the wall this time, right?
Yeah. Florian, what do you want to do? You're still up.
Florian's heading downstairs.
Like collect all your shit and put it back in your
Yeah,
bag.
yeah. I can do that.
As you're collecting your shit, you pick up Rusok's blade, and you like accidentally nick yourself with it. It kind of bleeds a little bit, and you notice that a strange property about this blade is it doesn't seem to hurt when you get wounded by it. This seems to have been the last thing the flame did for Rusok, was to grant him a painless death. That's what the dagger does. It doesn't hurt when you hurt people with it. And you realize that, you kind of hold your hand and you put the dagger back in, get all your shit back in your bag. You head downstairs.
Well, that's depressing. Thank you.
So now I'm gonna make it my mission to just lay every old dying person to sleep so they can not suffer for the rest of their lives.
Wow, what a
Like
paladin.
assisted fucking suicide, Michael.
That I could see some uses for that in combat too, honestly.
Yeah.
You
If
stab
we had a
someone in the
rogue-
back.
They don't
with
even
it,
know.
We had a rogue. It's
Holy
a really
shit.
good item, yeah.
That'd be like double. I would count that as like maybe double attack. Or something.
I'm just gonna let you know
Get 2
now,
hits before they
Tucci.
might
I don't know how we're gonna make it happen, but I'm gonna multi-class as rogue and paladin. I don't know how that
How-
works, but
they're literally polar
If you can write a
opposites.
fucking story that makes sense, you can do it, okay? But I'm not even sure your guy makes any sense right now. So
You were
maybe
raised
with a
in the
rogue,
gutter.
it'll make more sense.
I should have been a rogue, but
So, Florian, you walk
Making it
down
work.
the stairs into
Good
the...
morning. Oh, hello, Master Fister and Zhagal.
I cover my ears because my ears are
Florian's
still ringing from.
obviously a morning person.
You guys are
Yeah, I'm
kind of
like-
talking to each other, and lo and
Separate.
behold, here comes walking into the bar Corby. After being missing for 20...
Corby!
Who the
Where
fuck
the
is this
hell-
guy?
man, you missed
What are you doing?
Eggs.
You missed a good night, man. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yeah,
I don't remember anything.
I felt a bit beat up after a night of fighting, so I went and gave myself some R&R, you know.
Yeah, well, yeah, us too. What were you doing?
What
What
were you
what
doing?
what does R&R consist of for Corby?
Oh, you know, I took a long walk, watched some more fights.
Do
You
you
know.
like eat mushrooms and shit?
Yeah.
Sit in the
yeah.
woods and talk to
There's not a lot
plants?
of nature here. He kind of gestures towards the hatches, like towards the sky. And the nature that is here is under thunderclouds, so.
Yeah, well, that's true. You think there's earthworms here?
Yeah, I think so, man. Yeah. I'd bet.
I get
Sure,
weird thoughts in the morning. Don't mind that.
Hey, Declan, who is this guy? You know him?
Oh yeah, that's right. You guys haven't met before. While you were
Yeah.
gone and doing your walkabout, I guess. We met this guy, and yeah, he came with us up in Stonebrook, and
Oh yeah, they
traveled with us
started
here.
down the rocks.
He kind of
Yeah,
reaches
he
his
came
little
down with
hand
us.
out towards you, and he's like, "Greetings, man. I cured the burn on Declan's arm."
Yeah, it's well, I don't know about cure, but still
Wow, you
pretty.
sound like a great
He
guy.
snaps his
And I
neck
stick
at
my
you,
hand
and he's
out.
like, "It's not going to kill you now."
I
Yeah,
shake
well,
your hand
it's pretty ugly. Still.
firmly. I get a nice firm.
You're pretty ugly.
You're pretty
Really?
short. What are you saying? Okay, I'll throw you again, man. You want to go back in them pits and I'll throw you at the guys again?
He's
Wanna do
just
that?
joking with you. You and Corby are somewhat friends at this point, right?
I'm grouchy still.
So you guys are just kind of standing in the middle of the bar while this music is playing at this time. What do you guys want to do?
What were we supposed to be doing? I have to
Yeah.
go.
You have a lot of stuff you could be doing. You have the gold bars. You could try to tank to the storm
Right, back
vault
to
and
the
see how much
bank.
they're worth.
Oh yeah, the bank.
You could go to the storm masons and see how they need help.
And apparently
even though-
I've been summoned to.
Yeah,
The
even though
spire.
specifically you're all obviously supposed to go.
I feel like we need to talk to the Goliaths also because the fire worshippers. To see
Yeah,
if they can,
I'm curious.
Like, smuggle them out or whatever.
I'm curious to see where the Lightborn brothers are, what they're up to.
Yeah.
See how that stuff kind of transpired.
Where's Lando?
Where is Lando?
Lando! Kitty,
Tell me
kitty, kitty. You can hold out some, like, bacon
It's
out of
kind
your
of
breakfast.
dimly lit in the bar, besides
Lando.
the beams of light coming in through the windows, and you kind
Come
of
here, cat.
he comes running out from under one of the bar tables. He's just been fraternizing with the people. And he jumps up to you and he kind of wags his tail, runs between your legs.
I wish Coco was more
Meow.
photogenic. That way he could roleplay as the cat because he looks the same.
Meow. He kind of walks between your legs.
Get like one of those GoPros, put it on the cat's back, and have it.
Make a whole Discord account for it.
Corby walks up to the bar, like, I'll take some bacon and eggs. Bacon and eggs, yes. The bartender looks at him and he's like, you got it, sir. This is your friend, your fanboy, remember?
You know what I need, man.
Yeah, Master Fister. Order us our breakfast. I'm sure we can get it for free.
So when are you gonna learn to like not call me that?
But it is your title, so you earned that title. You won it.
I know. I don't like how titles are given and not like
This guy Steve
pronounced by the owner.
So what can I get you guys for breakfast?
You know what I need, man. Just give
Mac
me.
and cheese.
I know what
Give
you need,
me. Oh shit.
He turns around and he starts filling a beer up. This fucking guy. I know what this fucking guy needs.
Free fucking time, dude.
Bam, slams it down. I got you, champ. Get sir, I don't got you, champ. And he looks at Florian. How about you? Huh?
Do you have any other thing like a lovely sweet breakfast item?
Like like a pastry or something.
Now-
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I could go back, maybe find something.
Don't take this the wrong way, but I need you to grease me up. All right.
All right.
Is the whole bar silent?
Yeah, the whole bar is just kind of like.
You know what I need sausage. I mean, you know what I mean.
Right. You need some grease. Yeah, you need greasy food in your
That's
bar.
why.
Yeah.
That's why. You know, the first step was don't take this the wrong way. You know.
He kind of leans in and.
I'm starting to think there's no right
I'll
way.
grease you up, don't worry.
Declan
I'll
just
grease you up,
starts
I'll grease you
drinking
off.
his beer.
Give him the wink.
And
That's the deal.
No.
how about you, fine holy man? And he walks over to Zhagal. Anything for breakfast for you? Maybe a hard-boiled egg or something.
Give me your softest drink.
Okay.
Here's a glass of water.
But at least 1%.
Oh,
All right. So, okay. So he walks to the back of the bar, and you can see him back there just kind of frantically fucking cooking, and you can hear him like slam the oven open and pull something out, and a couple minutes pass by, and he comes out with his tray, and he slides down before Florian what looks like a great big crepe with like fruit on top of it. He's like, "Sorry, I'm not really the best, pastry guy. Learn how to make these." And he
You're
gives
wonderful. That's okay.
Declan his this food that's just it's all like different foods, but it's so greasy that it's all got like the same sepia type color to it. It's like, this is what you needed, right? And it's like hash browns and fucking sausage and
Curious that Dick is right there, because she would try to eat this shit. She
Oh,
likes
yeah.
this.
The smell of that stuff.
he walks up to Zhagal and he gives him a glass of water. Sir, I know I'm in no position to tell a holy man anything, but I think you should lay off the booze. And then
But
he
I
slides
need
the glass to you. I need it.
Hold on, sorry, the is ready.
Yeah. My friend here, he kind of has a problem. A little bit.
I can see that, yeah.
Yeah,
He gets-
but it's
he
kind of
likes to black out.
it's kind of
Black
like
out and forget things.
because he's from like this place where people are just kind of weird. Like they're different. You know what I mean? They're not
Yeah,
bad
yeah,
people.
yeah.
They're just different,
Right.
and they're
right.
into that kind of thing. It's all they do there.
And he hands Corby his bacon, and he's like, "Thank you, man." And Corby starts picking up his bacon, and eating it in his little gnomish hands. And that is breakfast. What would you guys like to do now?
What about second breakfast?
Oh, wow.
What about third breakfast?
I think we should like pace ourselves,
Luncheon, tea, supper, dinner.
Maybe we should see to our gold first.
Yeah.
I don't know. Should
I could use.
I
a
want
shiny
that
new
to not.
mace.
I want that to be not one big piece of gold, but multiple. So if we
Yeah,
get robbed,
not the
it's
hot
not
dog.
all gone.
Yeah.
but
I had enough sausage today. I'm good with the golden sausage. You know what I mean? I need some. I need some golden sausage. Like patties, right?
Yeah.
Gold
Right.
coins.
I understand, man. Yeah.
It's a weird
Little
analogy,
golden-
but
Little gold discs. Yeah.
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 We should head to the bank.
Gold-
Yeah. See
gold- Gold patties.
maybe they trade us. See what the exchange rate is. So, is that what you guys want to do?
I'm
Yeah.
gonna
at the
do
moment,
his
I
scroll.
think, yeah.
What did you say, Johnny?
Where does your scroll take you again?
Back
What?
to this Stormspire.
Tyrus, it just
Sorry,
summoned you.
Pretty close, right?
Yeah. Well, it's all of us. I
It
think it's.
didn't it's all of you, but it's specifically asking for him.
Oh, Declan.
Yeah. I'm in
I suppose
trouble.
I don't know about this actually. So
Yeah, you weren't there when it happened, I guess.
Unless you were
But-
eavesdropping. Were you
Ooh,
dropping eaves?
I was gathering my shit together.
dropping ease.
I was talking to my egg.
Well, how much gold do we even have? Let me check.
I have
Shit.
a bit.
Did we level up?
Last
No.
session we did.
You're level 2.
So I have
Where the fuck is the gold at on this goddamn?
under. I think it's.
Equipment.
I think it's like super obvious.
Yeah.
Equipment. Go to equipment. It's on the.
Yeah. I have 178.
I
Not
have
on-
75.
We went to the fucking fighting pits and got paid, and then bet and got paid.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
Wait, that
I have
wasn't you.
75.
That wasn't you. That
I
was
know
Courtney.
that the market is boring to
70.
do, but I wouldn't mind getting some.
I don't know who has the gold.
There is
Hot
still
dogs.
plenty of ways for you to make gold. Like I said, I want you guys to leave somewhat rich because there's a lot of cool shit to find and start the talk.
I have 78.
So I have 100 more than you.
We have the money.
Who has the
Lightborn
bars?
Brothers.
Who has the what?
Who has the golden bars?
I don't
Didn't we
fucking know.
split it?
I never put it in my inventory, so someone has
I think
it.
I think I added it to my. I don't know. Fuck, Ducci. Do you remember?
Let's just
Who's
say
got
somebody has
gold
it.
bars?
Was there
Who's this?
two?
Maybe I put it in my inventory. I need to get a pen and paper.
There's the smaller one that the Lightborn Brothers paid you, and then there's the one
That
that
the Tyrus gave
Tyrus
us.
paid you.
Yeah.
And it was about 4 times the size of.
Okay. I don't know who has them, but someone needs to have that in their inventory.
You could say Florian had them,
How much are they worth?
but
We don't know yet. We gotta go to the bank and find
hold
out.
on it.
Oh,
Gotta exchange them for coin.
all right, guys, go to the bank.
Have we split up that money from the Lightborn Brothers from the
No,
whiskey,
see,
the
and I
brandy?
think also that might be why I have so much money.
Probably. Because that was 110.
Greedy paladin motherfucker, you.
No, but see, because
Oh,
we
the
earned like
scrolls.
100 fighting.
How
So there's
Maybe
no
that
way,
wasn't-
because
Maybe you haven't included it then. We just haven't split that.
like I said, I wasn't even using this D&D Beyond player sheet until last session. So
Oh, I don't know what Corby has either.
Yeah.
Let me see what
he
Corby
probably has around what I
Yeah,
have.
man.
I think it starts you out with like 50 gold or some shit.
Starts out with like 10 gold.
10.
Oh, it's
Where's it
25.
gonna be?
Well, I think it depends on your background in your class or something.
Mm-hmm.
Where do I find this, guys? Equipment?
Yeah.
It's in equipment,
under-
and you'll see on the top right it says currency.
Michael, pointing at your screen.
I know. It was just
I
a,
think really
it's
helps.
like using hand gestures. It was
Oh,
kind
he
of the thing
does
I was
have
doing
it.
for
God,
myself.
Dick.
It's got 107 gold.
Okay, see.
She's being super obnoxious. Stop it.
Hey, what exactly is Corby? I guess I can.
Corby
a
It's a
gnome.
gnome.
is a gnome druid.
So he's really small.
What does he look like?
I'm not
We don't really know.
Yeah.
I don't remember Levi telling me. I think he told me, but I don't remember.
Okay.
Figure that out. And Johnny, we garnered. We're gonna do a background video. We're gonna make one. I'm writing up everything that's happened before now. We're gonna draw pictures, Aaron and I, and make like a little video that does a recap from everything else.
Okay. Do you want us to practice some lines?
Maybe.
Do some.
I'm writing everything out still, so
I wouldn't mind.
Tucci's gonna have to narrate so many lines, like an hour's worth.
We should just voice everybody.
Yes.
That.
I mean, or we could just do it in sections, like one person narrates and does the voice lines. Like we'll just do chunks, so each person can do
So,
something.
Yeah,
are we
just for each
leaving the
person's
bar now?
section.
Is that what we want to do? We're gonna leave the bar.
Yeah, we are leaving.
Okay. So you guys gather your things. You finish your breakfast and stack the plates up and give them to Steve. Thank you. Have a good day, champion. And you guys start
I'll be
walking
seeing
out.
ya.
Declan opens the door, the tallest, greets the group. As you open the door, you open your eyes and it's kind of lightly sprinkling out, and you realize that this place is just crawling with Sarpatanian guards right now. There's at least 25 in front of you. Not necessarily in an orderly, spread out, and as if they're here visiting the city.
Maybe we should go back into the bar real quick
I
and discuss this, yeah?
I've got a cloak and a hood.
Yeah, I mean, if there's any way that you can disguise yourselves.
No.
Aren't those the same guards that were in the bar?
Well, I mean, you have
The
a cloak
first
and a
time.
hood,
The
you know?
first time.
These aren't you have no idea if these are the same guards that were in
Well,
the
but aren't
bar.
they the same?
These are the same kind of guards that were in the bar.
This time?
Why are you guys freaking out? They're not gonna do anything to us.
I agree.
I mean, they
we're
might, though.
we're not criminals, right?
Just
I
act
mean,
natural.
you're a paladin. What are you?
Corby.
The half orc.
I look around and kind of pull him into a safe little area that I can kind of whisper to him. Should I make a perception check to see if there's a space I can do that?
No, that's fine. You just.
Yeah, I'm like, Corby, you haven't been around yesterday. You weren't around yesterday. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff going on with the flame guys and kind of helping them get out of the city, or kind of assisted in that. It's like we're playing two sides of the coin here, and I don't want to take any chances. Never know who might be watching over our shoulder. We should always be watching over our shoulder. No who's watching us.
Yeah. Let me find this guy's shit. And you think that all these guards are here for us?
I don't think they are, but you never know.
Corbett doesn't have any fucking idea why these guards are here either.
So, what did you roll?
A 6. A history check. Doesn't know why they're here either.
Corby, you suck.
Declan, go ask your bartender friend. Maybe there's like a guard convention or
a
they do
guard
trainings.
convention.
I don't know.
They're having like a meet and greet.
Yeah, they could be.
They're having a block party. You think that's what they're doing?
It's better than them all be hunting us, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I can go ask.
Okay.
Well, I mean, kind of out of character.
And also, we don't even know where the damn bank is.
Yeah, it's true. I'll ask him. Point us in
We do
the
have
right
to remember
direction.
that we know that they're hunting the fire people.
Right.
So that makes sense to me while we're out, and they know that we're not fire people. So I think we're good.
But do they? That's the question.
We did go talk to Tyrus, and he was pleased.
What if he's on to us, though? You know what I mean? I mean, I don't know why he wouldn't just come arrest us.
He did.
I don't know. I think he could have arrested us. Had us arrested while we were in,
Drunken stupor.
State of that's the quote. That's the praise.
There's a million guards here right now.
And we're just talking about shit right in the middle of it, like usual.
Yeah, that. But also, if you were that fucking wanted, they would have you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna go back in and ask him about just wondering what's happened, and I don't even know this guy's name. Still. It's that's right. It's actually just Steve.
It's our boss from work.
Steve.
Steve. It's Steve.
Speeve.
Speeve. STEEV.
SBEVE.
So you walk up to Steve. And,
Hey, Speeve. I'm gonna do that. That's what I call him. Hey, Speeve.
Hey, chime in. Did you forget something? What can I do for you?
I didn't forget nothing, but you know why all these guards are traipsing around town like that? There's a bunch of them Sartanian guys out there.
Oh yes. The great warships came in this morning, sir. It's the beginning of the great Sartanian envoys rendezvous before it goes back to Sartratanus.
Right.
There's easily 50,000 guards in the city right now.
Oh, that's cool. That's interesting. That's
come here and they party their dicks off and they head back to Sartratanus before the next
Declan
onslaught.
takes a mental note of the party their dicks off part. Not in the way you might think, but thinks this might be useful information.
Okay, partisan dicks off. Okay.
All right. Well, how long they gonna be? How long does that last?
It takes them about a week. They'll be out of here before the next storm.
All right. Well, okay.
Week or two. It depends. I'm not the High Lord or anything.
I mean, try to do persuasion here, and it's probably. Do I have advantage on this because this guy's such a?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna try.
I love
If anybody comes around here poking around asking for me or my friends, just you never heard of me, all right? I guess I'll roll for that. That's an 18. That's also an 18. What the fuck?
Okay. Yeah.
What
yeah,
is?
he kinda
Well, that's
leans in and
well, I don't know
grabs your
what.
hand.
It's probably more than that, but yeah, it's 21.
He leans in and he grabs your hand and he leans into you. And I would never fucking sell you.
Oh, that's all right. I mean, we got nothing to hide about. I just don't want, don't want my
And he
trail
starts,
tread on.
acting nonchalant, but in a very chalant way. If you know what I mean. Right. Yes. You have a good day, sir.
Yeah.
Have
Oh,
a good...
wait. One more thing. You pointed me in the direction of the bank here. Banking.
The bank is on the nicer side of town,
Right.
just on the other side of the Rousseau Canal.
Okay.
About a mile and a half, southeast of southeast of the Citadel.
All right.
And he gives you he writes down a little address for you or something, right? So you guys can do it just right. You'll be able to find it. You'll be able to find it. It's made out of white marble, kind of veined with gold, blessed gold, kind of like
Right.
the Stone Spire. It's a very old building.
Wow. Fancy people probably are
Right.
about that place. All right. Well, I'll be seeing you, Steve. I'll another time, man.
Yes. Be safe, sir.
I just kind of knock my hand on the bar and walk out.
Okie dokie. And as you come out, fucking Corby looks at you. How'd it go, man? Why the guards here?
There's some kind of thing the guards do. They all rendezvous here to meet up and party while they got time, and they take off port.
He looks at Florian, and then he looks at you, and he's like, "So it's a god convention, then, huh? Is that
I mean,
what it is, then?"
Not.
Wow, interesting.
It's not like a convention. They just come into port all at the same time to party. It's like a gathering, okay? So that's probably what a convention
that's
is.
also like a convention.
They probably convene too, though.
Yeah, like a convention. I agree with Corby.
I'm gonna say that this guy in here, he said they all like to get drunk though. So I mean, like, maybe we could coerce some of these guys. We shouldn't do that, but if we have to, right? There's a few drunkards out here.
I could challenge them all to the world's
And at that moment, Declan kind of hopes Snowguard was listening to him.
Look around everywhere. They're all kind of aloof right now. You can tell they're all guards, but only like one or two look like they're on duty of any type. The rest of them are just kind of mingling with the crowd and looking at people's wares, watching the fights. Some of them look like they're taking their shit off, getting ready to maybe fight.
We could get some information from these guys. You know what I mean? They could be useful source of intel, possibly.
These guys are from all over the Empire and beyond its borders. There's a very eclectic group of people that comes with this convoy, and they're coming back from venturing out. So they have a lot of prisoners with them. They have a lot of shit they've picked up, you know what I mean? Artifacts and things of that nature.
All right, well, I guess take Speeve's note here and...
They're tired. They're tired. They've been out for an entire year. Some of them post duties in the further satellites of the Empire have been out for 2 or 3 years, and they're getting ready to go home and get rotated out.
Yeah, I think we should get to the bank and check out what this shit's worth and
sure.
Figure that out. Get it out of the way, you know.
More money.
Yes.
I mean, I think it might be less money, you know what I mean? Turn these in and give you a little bit less in the value.
Right. It's probably a small exchange.
Yeah.
Exchange or something, yeah. Let's go then. And you guys start making your way through the city, which is a bit more populated now, and not just in guards, but there seems to be more just people too. Of all races, which kind of gives you the idea that maybe some of the guards are not in uniform and they're just out partying, out dressed in normal wear.
I'm just clutching the egg in my coin purse, like closer to myself.
Yeah, I guess that's the one thing they don't know about.
And you guys are making your way through the city, and you're walking down the street, and this large, like a smaller patrol of about 4 Sarthortanian guards on horseback are coming by you.
Act cool, act normal.
You guys walk by, and they just
Kind
nod
of,
at you.
yeah, nod back.
I nod
just
up.
keep going. They're not
Instead of down.
And you gotta not. You kind of have to really nod up, anyways. You're so small.
You look at them and you go.
Well, I think we would all actually have to because they're on horsebacks. Oh. What was that, Michael?
That's
Whatever. We're gonna
what's
pretend,
Zhagal doing.
even though I don't see how. We're gonna pretend, even though I don't see how it's possible that you weren't awkward. And you made it past the guards, like normal people would, and you keep walking. You make it into.
Are you implying we're not normal?
You make it into the Rusak Canal. I look like every time I see this, I think I'm the guy off that episode of South Park.
That's totally a golfing glove, isn't it?
No, it's for the
Tablet.
trackpad tablet.
Oh, that makes sense.
So you guys enter the Rusak Canal, and you see this place is absolutely teeming with fucking guards. They are like swarming in and out of the blacksmith, and all the shops are just completely packed with guards coming in and out and selling their goods and things like that. You cross the canal and you make it into the nicer neighborhood bank lies, and you make your way up to the foot of it. And it's kind of reminiscent of the Storm Spire. It's got a similar kind of construction with like these kind of layered types of stairs that kind of build the outside of it, and as it's got the veins of gold that run through all the white marble blocks that make it up. And it's got 2 very decorated guards standing at the door with large kind of halberd-looking things. It's like a long axe.
Howdy, boys.
And they have armor that is kind of the stone-woven version of the bank's stone. And it looks very ornate. They're kind of standing out there and kind of nod at you as you walk in. One of them kind of gives you a weird look because you guys are not, regulars to this bank. As you walk in, you realize this place is pretty empty. There's no other patrons here, and there is only 2 bank tellers just kind of standing there. One of them's obviously looking down at a ledger of some sort, and the other one's just kind of standing there.
Hello?
Are you guys open?
Hello.
You guys are open
Yes,
today,
we're
right?
open. Please, come here. How may I help you?
You guys are like wiped out of money or something? Like, what the hell's going on here? You get robbed?
For some reason, we haven't been doing very much business lately.
Yeah, why? Like, there's a million people in town today. What the hell's going on?
Well, originally, the price of blessed gold, the exchange rate was about even, and then we started getting less business. Then it went down, and we got less business, and now we get hardly anybody except the higher up nobles.
The market crashed. That's okay. Well,
only the clergy seems to bring us regular coin in trade for blessed gold, which keeps the price more stable. But
what do we have blessed gold in change for coin?
It depends how much you have. I can take a look for you.
We got like a small link and a pretty big link.
I would have to weigh it, sir.
Right.
So,
okay, I guess.
So if you would.
I think the proper term is fry it, right?
Yeah.
Declan, do you need some more sausage?
Maybe. His stomach growls at that moment. Yeah.
He's like, we're talking about gold, right?
Yeah.
We're talking about both things.
Yeah.
But yes, gold.
Right. So
Yeah, I don't eat it. Don't be confused now.
I'm gonna need you to break out the gold.
I have the gold, so I will.
All right. So you set the gold down. And
Gold
thuds
is
on the table.
heavy.
Clink.
Clunk. Okay, my fantasy gold is.
Yeah. Dense gold. Okay. High quality shit. When
It's
it gets
the
blessed,
blessed,
it's the blessing.
so.
Yeah, the blessing is heavy. Okay.
Yeah,
You hear this
that's why I
blessing
weigh so
thud?
much.
You get a blessed thud against the counter, and yeah, that's why you weigh so much, because you're a paladin. You're blessed. Me too, IRL. I'm blessed. Anyways, he takes the gold bars and he goes back and he puts it on this big scale that has a bunch of Sarthotanian coins on it. And you look at him, and he pulls out this notepad and he starts doing math.
That's not a good face.
And he comes back over with the bars and he thuds the bars back down. And he's like, "Well, I can give you 100 Sarthotanian gold pieces for the big one, and I could give you 25 for the little one."
I don't.
What's
the exchange rate is really bad here. The best place you can take them is to South Rotanus itself, where they'll give you pretty close to mint value at the forgery.
What can you give me an approximation of value of coin that would exchange to there?
I have no idea at the moment.
I mean, you're not a very good sale. Don't you want us to give you this?
Your honesty.
And he leans back and he's like, "Somewhere in the city, someone is buying blessed gold. Because," and he looks around the bank.
Now, are they?
And then he looks back at you, and he's just like,
I hear you. Are they like good people or are they bad people?
And he just kind of looks up. He's like, "I have no idea what you're talking about, sir. Is there anything else I can help you with today?"
Yeah. You know where I could get some sausage? Any winks?
Give us directions
Make
back
a
to the bar.
make a deception check. See if you can see if this guy's picking up what you're putting down. And I'll roll a perception to see if he perceives you.
God, they can't get this dice out. 17.
Yeah, he's smelling what you're stepping in. He kind of raises his eyebrows. He's like, "I like to get my sausage, and I'm not exactly sure where it comes from. Down by the docks."
Right. Down by the docks. Like, what part of the docks?
Right. Have fun then. Have a good day. He kind of gestures you along.
Thanks for the sausage tips.
Yes, anytime. Good luck finding someone to, take your sausage. At full value.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks, Molly.
Yeah, I'm gone.
You guys are walking out. Like, "I knew they were
There was multiple dick jokes
feeling."
in a matter of seconds there. Jesus Christ. Probably sound like we're fucking looking for a brothel, like an all-male brothel or something.
What's a good name for an all-male fantasy brothel?
So, what do you guys want to do?
Sloppy Joe's, remember? We had one of those.
Oh, yeah. Should we... Hey, guys, we need to find the sausage.
I mean... I want to make...
Does the sausage... I mean, are we that hungry for it right now?
Someone's real hungry. I'm here to help you.
I mean, maybe we could turn this exchange rates.
Exactly that hungry.
I mean, if we could find these people who are buying the sausage.
You mean the blessed gold, right?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we mean.
That's the code.
You're standing out like in front of the ornately dressed guards at the top of the stairs, but
Every time.
they don't necessarily give a fuck. These guys work underpaid for greedy
I kind of
asses
look back
that
and kind of
rub their
like
nose in it
start
anyways.
pushing you guys
They
down the
don't care.
steps.
They don't care.
And I'm like, maybe you know, we could
We
find
haven't
who
had breakfast.
we could find who buys the sausage and maybe
Kind of-
flip this situation back on its feet instead of being on its head like it might be. I don't know. It's not that important, honestly. Something we could do, something we don't necessarily have to do. Go out of our way to do.
I don't feel terribly comfortable carrying gold bars
Exactly.
on me, though.
I want to find these guys, but that's not. They're at the docks. Like, yeah. So we're like everybody else.
But I feel like we kind of might need to go to the docks anyway.
Yeah, and also we've been summoned by Tyrus, so that's
Shit.
a
I don't want to
concern.
talk to Tyrus.
Yeah.
You were summoned by
Start with a D.
Varys
Oh.
Silverfang. Is that what I named him? Is that what it is? That sounds wrong.
You
That's a
mentioned
really
Tyrus.
intimidating name.
You mentioned Tyrus as well, though.
Yeah.
He wants to have a conversation with all of them and Tyrus.
What if I don't want to have a conversation with him?
Well, I could leave town.
You do you, man.
Fucking quest somewhere else. Just be like, alright,
What if I want to?
No.
What if I'm the alpha? Huh? What if I
What
don't
if?
We should
smile
go
back?
smile at him.
I don't give a fuck what you do. And I'm not gonna railroad you with Corby. Come on, Mon. I really think you should go see him, Mon. not gonna do that.
I mean, was it pressing? Did it have any time frame?
We don't know.
I don't know this. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know shit.
And you don't know this at all.
You don't know. I just told you to meet him at the Stormspire to talk
Well,
with Tyrus.
if he didn't give us time frame, he can't get
and
mad when we're
you know
late.
that he showed up. You know that they showed up this morning.
I think we make it there by the end
And I'm
of the
not going
day.
to tell you anything else.
I thought you said it was like 6 or 7 p.m. that we slept all day. Is this
Right.
fucking night?
Well,
Effectively. It's never nighttime here.
Oh, well, okay. So is everything open like 24 hours? Like all the... Well,
Pretty much.
Jesus. Okay.
There's a generally established time when people sleep, but things are typically slow.
it's just a weird meta thing out of Tucci's psyche from working at 24-hour Circle K.
It is, yeah. It's a fact. What did I name this guy? So his name. Just posted it.
Well, I mean, it's probably best if.
High Lord Varys Silverfang. Okay. He is
Well,
the
we could get
hero
that out of the
of
way, but that might put us squat in the middle of something else we don't want to be doing. But I don't
You
really
never
want to
know,
be
Mom.
like some kind of bad guy because I didn't go talk to a man. You know what I mean?
Let's go talk to the big man.
Yeah.
Just get it out of the way.
What do you
He
think,
pays us
Florian?
gold.
your team, Florian.
Maybe he'll give us some more sausage.
Yeah, I mean,
More.
you're carrying a lot of sausages then. But let's go talk to Tyrus, I suppose.
Okay. So you guys leave the bank and you start making your way towards the Stormspire, seeing more guards as you did before. And as you walk up to the Stormspire, you see there's like a line of guards standing on either side of the stairs up to it. More guards than usual, just kind of standing around spears as you walk up. And you walk up and you guys push open the big doors of the Citadel, and about 50 or 60 yards down at the end, you see Tyrus and Varys Silverfang. He's a very tall and somewhat slender built half orc man. He's got kind of dark army greenish looking skin. He's got long black dreads. You can't really hear what they're saying, but you can tell that they're kind of having a discussion. They're gesturing at each other and things like that. And you guys start to approach him. And as you get closer, you see Tyrus gesture towards you. Here they are, as you requested. And High Lord Varus starts walking towards Declan. He kind of looks you up and down. He's like, "It's good to meet you, friend." He kind of sticks his hand out to shake your hand.
Shake his fucking hand. Elbow you.
Oh, yeah, right. Shake his hand.
Right, good to meet you. And he gives you a sturdy handshake. He kind of shakes your hand. So, look, that Tyrus has told me that you have done some work for him. Is that the case?
Yeah, we all did a little bit of stuff, but
That is interesting. And he's just kind of holding a dagger and like, looking at it this whole time. He's like, "So," and he points it at you. He kind of jumps. He's, "I heard that you guys slayed a phoenix. Huh? Huh?" He kind of points the dagger at you guys like, "Is it true? Is it true?"
Slay the phoenix?
Yes. I heard I got a non-volley report that said in Stonebrook someone had slain a phoenix.
well, you got some
And
misinformation, pal.
Half-orc by the name of Declan Astor. I mean, let me see here. And he goes over to the altar where he's got like all his paperwork splayed out over Tyrus's altar. He's like, yes, right here. Father O'Reilly told me about it. Yes, he told me you guys blew into town and had slain a phoenix for Goliath's funeral.
A phoenix attacked this city and flew off. We went to investigate and found a body. We never found a phoenix. Never saw a phoenix again after that. Yeah, it's
a much less interesting story.
Yeah, well, he's he's getting old. Maybe he likes to tell stories. I don't know.
Kelly looks kind of disappointed. He's like, I was very excited that maybe I was going to meet.
I did try
some
though.
Fellow hunting connoisseurs like me.
I did try though, and he holds up his fucking burnt ass arm.
Wow! And he kind of grabs your arm. That is something.
Yeah, it's an ugly mess, is what it is.
And he's like, check this one out. And he like lifts his leather breastplate up, and there's just this disgusting fucking gash across his chest. Like, I got that from a Tarrasque.
A Tarrasque?
I get fucked up things all the time, mate.
How the hell did that?
Boy, we do really cool shit out there. Me and the boys in the ruins, we really rock them when it's time to get food. And you can tell he's kind of getting excited. He's like, I need to get home. Sorry.
You eat Tarrasque?
A lot of things come up on.
Like how long does you get fed from that? The thing's like 100 feet tall, man. That's
depends how big the party is, you know.
It's a lot of meat.
And he starts looking at his shit again, and he looks up at Tyrus and he's like, Tyrus has a job for me. And I thought because you guys were Phoenix Slayers that maybe you would like to help me with it. And he kind of looks at it, he's like, but since you guys are just normal cowards, he kind of looks at you.
What are you calling a coward, friend?
Definitely wouldn't be interested in helping me kill a bunch of things.
With sling.
And he looks at Tyrus and he's like, what was the job again, Tyrus?
Just because I've never killed a phoenix before doesn't mean I couldn't have killed a phoenix before.
I feel that way as well. I feel that way very much. And Tyrus just kind of looks exasperated. He's like, there is a small kobold problem in the southwestern district in a collapsed set of town.
Kobold, huh? Well, that...
I was just told by the High Council to find something for the High Lord to do during the rendezvous. I thought this would be fun. Varus looks at him and he's like, oh, thanks for thinking of me, Tyrus. And he like punches him in the shoulder.
Thanks for thinking of me.
Thanks for thinking of me, Tyrus. And you get the sense that somehow
it's hard to babysit
this guy. Can I make it in?
Must be.
Can I make an insight check on this guy to see whether he seems truthful in any of this stuff and like his demeanor?
Go ahead.
It is gonna be a 16.
16. Yeah, you can tell you get the sense that Varus is a good guy. Yeah, at least as far as you can feel.
Okay.
He's not lying to you. He's kind of dumb though, so just because he's not lying doesn't mean he knows what the fuck he's talking about.
Right. Okay. Well, what's the situation?
And Tyrus picks up a piece of paper. There's a collapsed set of sewers in the southwestern portion of town, a more dilapidated district that doesn't have many inhabitants anymore. It hasn't been maintained by the stonemasons. We haven't had the funding to maintain it in many years. Unfortunately, it would appear that kobolds have dug their way up into the sewers, and they need to be eradicated. We have reports that they have been climbing out and raiding more inhabited districts at night, so the time has come to nip it in the bud, so to speak. Am I thinking of the right NPC? Let me make sure I'm... Yeah, kobolds. They're kobolds. I'll be right back. You let my dog in.
Kobolds are animals, aren't they?
Because I don't want
like
to kill
little
kobolds.
tiny
They're
dragons.
Really cute. They're so cute.
Little tiny dragon people, and they're really mischievous.
Are they evil?
I think they're generally pretty bad, yeah.
But they're cute.
I guess I don't know how I feel about killing these things.
They're cute, but they're bad.
I wonder if they're.
I wonder what if they could be swayed.
Can be swayed. I don't know how intelligent they are.
To not, you know.
So what exactly were they doing?
What?
What exactly were the kobolds doing?
Are they raiding, you said?
They've begun making their way out of the sewers and pillaging more populated areas for supplies. Getting
Sounds
stronger.
pretty evil to me.
They're getting smarter.
Remember, they're like the size of this water bottle.
Yeah.
I mean, this sounds like fun.
Well,
is that what our mission is? I mean,
this is
I
a
feel like I
side
should be saying
quest.
this in character.
I'm not telling you if this is a side quest or not.
It's a side quest that could turn into something else, but I don't know, man.
Well, guys, if there's people in need, I say we go help.
Yeah, I mean, if they're actually causing a problem. Maybe we
Declan
could
wants to do it.
unionize them and teach them, you know, some marketing skills.
Declan hears kobolds attacking people, evil creatures hurting
Just, you know, they're
people.
swinging your axe
He
around.
wants vengeance on kobolds, okay?
On anything that's evil.
He wants vengeance on anything evil, okay? So he's all about it. And you know what's weird? Is you now feel that you and this guy are on the same page. Yeah, let's go get some fucking ass. And because you're both half-orcs, you see, like, they have, like, the same resting animations. You know what I mean? Like, wow, these guys are... Okay.
It's just a bunch of...
Yeah. So, he picks up the report, and he's like, alright, I think we can make our way there. If you want, is there anything you guys needed to do before we head out?
Well, could use some sausage.
I think the sausage can wait. Yeah, we don't have to bother Varys with the sausage.
You should have had breakfast way earlier, mate.
Oh, I had breakfast.
What about second breakfast?
Well, yeah, exactly.
Do you guys need to eat before we do this? We could.
I don't need to eat, but I would like to eat if I could. You know what I mean?
How about we do the work, and then we reward ourselves by eating?
Is that the reward?
Is this some kind of diet program?
What?
Are you calling me fat, man?
I think you just called you fat, man.
It's not. You're blessed.
He kind of looks. Varys kind of looks down at himself, and he looks at you, and he is a much taller, more slender half-orc than you. And he's like, to your more stout, bulky.
Look, man.
frame.
This is
You notice
pure
that
mass.
Varys isn't wearing very much. He's got a set of plate gauntlets on, protect his hands, and he's got some kind of heavy plate boots. But besides that, he's just kind of wearing like a leather chest piece and just kind of normal cloth pants. He's got one really large glaive on his back, and then next to that, he's got like a smaller spear.
All right. Well, what is the reward here? What are we going at? Like, what happens when we turn in the kill?
I'm not really sure. That's kind of up to Tyrus. We're doing it for him. I'm sure he'll pay us pretty well.
Yeah.
You wouldn't jip me. I'll tell you that much.
Is he in the room with us?
Tyrus. You guys are kind of like 20 feet in front of him at this point as you're like walking out and talking.
Is he looking at us?
No, he's just looking down at the at the shit. Just kind of like
kind of say it loudly. Maybe he'll give us 2 sausages this time.
Okay.
I don't think I'm gonna speak into your fucking mind and say I don't think he's in on the sausages. I don't think he knows what that means, the sausages.
That's fine. That's fine.
Gonna blow our cover.
So you're just saying that's fine, like.
It's fine.
I don't know how to talk to you.
You can't.
You
doesn't work both ways.
So you guys make your way out of the storm spire, and Ferris is kind of walking in front of you. He's like, "Man, I love this place. It's always raining. You know how many fucking parts of this world are completely fucking dry all the time? This is wonderful. I love this fucking."
Yeah.
He kind of saunters down the stairs.
How long have you been traveling, Ferris?
The Envoy makes about 1 to 1.5 year trips. This one is a bit of a longer one, so I was out about 1.5 years, and it'll be almost 2 years by the time I set off for my next one.
May I ask what you are doing?
What the Envoy does, and he kind of like pounds his chest, and he's like, "The Envoy secures new territories for Sultanus. They attempt to civilize Drustvar. We have not made it very far, but the borders of Sultanus' empire grow every Envoy."
You religious, man? You got a sect you follow?
He kind of laughs like, "Ha! Yes, I'm a bit non-conventional in that sense. That is
right.
That is a bit of a story for another time."
Oh, look, I'm not trying to sway you into religion or anything. That's not my purpose. Maybe this guy, but...
Now, have you heard the word of the light?
It's just not my favorite thing to talk about. He kind of changes the conversation.
I put my book away that I was about to read from.
You need to have some pamphlets made, so that you can just hand them out.
You know, I think I actually do. And I pull one out and drop it on the ground.
On the ground?
That's where it's gonna wind up anyway if I give it
Wow. What a nihilistic missionary you are.
Look, I've done a lot of advertising classes. Can draw his eyes.
Making your way through the city, and you start heading west, and then you start heading south, and you walk past the inn you guys are staying at, and you see people fighting in the pit. You see Kira is taking her second day of the entire competition.
She's so cool.
How much of an alien do I look like right now?
2%.
Yeah, a lot of an alien. And he's like, "Man, see, this is the kind of shit that makes Stormspire badass." And he just keeps walking. And
the constant fighting, constant rain.
I mean, look at these people. They beat the shit out of each other, but there's not a ton of distrust here or anything.
You know how Declan likes to beat the shit out of people. He's known as the Master Fister.
Oh, hell yeah,
in
friend.
The pits.
He kind of punches you in the shoulder. He's like, "I had a feeling, Declan, that you were going to be a bad motherfucker when I heard that you slayed a phoenix. Now, I know you say that's not true, but I still have my...
You know what else is not... you know what else is not true? I'm not called the Master Fister.
But he is.
Yeah, by you.
Yeah, and you better pay him some sausage.
The Master Fister.
Don't say that. That's not it. It's not it.
It has like a nice mouthfeel, right?
Like it's good. Sausage.
I mean, to be a master of anything is quite an honor.
See, I told you it's a compliment. It's a good title.
And as you guys are walking more west
I
towards the
can't
city, more
believe
south,
that this is where
you
life
can
has
kind of
brought
see
me.
you can see like the massive marina of the docks, just a couple blocks south of you. You see a lot of tall ships, and you see the flags of the Sarthanian army. So you guys are continuing to head west more at this point towards the less inhabited, more dilapidated part of town. And as you do, the stones in the ground, it's like they start to grow farther apart. These huge gaps in them. There's more and more water in them. And as you get to this more poverty-stricken part of town, this place is basically in ruins. There's a couple inches of water on the entire ground, and you're standing in the middle of very reminiscent of the square that the inn your guys sits in. But there's nobody here. It's completely lifeless except for the rain hitting the small puddles of water that filled in the missing cobblestones. And there's a bunch of ruined buildings and stuff around you. You guys don't really have a bead on the entrance at this point. Go ahead and make a investigation check.
I want to roll
Try to
perception.
Okay, make a perception check.
I mean, I guess it's the same thing, right?
Sure, whatever.
Sure, whatever.
Sure, whatever.
Let's see. My dice are in my car.
The cat looked in the camera at the same time I looked at the cat, and it made me really
What
happy.
is that cat's name even?
Fat boy.
It's just his
Oh.
name.
Little boy cat. His name's Beast, but I just call him Little boy
Yeah, that's
cat.
right.
I got a 13.
Fat boy.
Got a 13. You can tell that this place is empty.
Wow, I'm so smart, guys.
And it is raining.
Okay.
Hey,
Did
guys.
you say it
We
was
rolled like a
in
2.
the sewers?
I'm just fucking with you. And the center of the town, you can tell that the ground is kind of sloping towards the center portion.
Yes, good to say. Is there like a
Center.
Is this like Ninja Turtles sewer? Like lift up the hatch thing and cowabunga?
No,
They're not called
exactly.
manholes anymore. They're called
Oh man,
Is it
well,
a
maintenance
crater?
hole.
What's that?
Is it like a big old crater? Like how?
Yeah, it just looks like there's more of a sinkhole maybe.
It's like a
in
bowl?
the center of this town, and you can't quite see
is
the
there in it? I hope I can.
event horizon, so to speak. What's up?
Can I get to the edge and look?
Sure, you're probably 100, 200 feet away from it, but
Oh shit!
start
Oh,
walking
wow,
up
damn.
and-
Okay.
yeah, you guys are just at like the very edge of the surf town's circle of.
Oh, okay.
And you can just barely see it, and you start walking towards it, and as you walk up, it is almost completely rubble, right? There's just huge pieces of broken stone, but as you get to the center, you see that there is a massive hole in the center where the storm drain used to be, and it leads down into just pitch blackness.
It's dark down there.
And Varys looks at you guys and like, I think this might be the place.
You think?
I'm gonna break out the thing and draw this little place.
We're gonna find the thing down here.
Guys, I fucked up. I didn't take a spell to cast light.
Yeah, either did I. I don't have
How
anything.
do I erase
Okay,
this
but
board?
I mean, do you guys all have dark vision?
I do.
I think I do as a dwarf, but I'm still terrified of the dark.
Varys
That's
does.
like
Oh, that's true. That's a really cool character thingy there. I like that.
Yeah, you guys terrified. You guys are all not.
I hate the
super-
dark.
Except for Varys, who is a very foolhardy, well-traveled man. You guys don't like dark very much either. It's not your favorite thing. Maybe you don't want Varys to know that, but
I'll survive.
Yeah, I kind of could just
okay. I'm gonna draw.
hang in
this.
the back of the group now, so no one can see how terrified my face is.
Lonnie has, or I just called you Lonnie. Johnny has to roll like a fright check.
I
No.
think
Spoopy check.
maybe performance would probably be the closest thing to that.
I think there's some roll you can do that's for fright or something. You can be frightened.
Let's Google it.
I guess you won't know until you walk into the darkness. But let me draw this really quick. I had it drawn
What the
earlier
hell
too,
is
and then
going
I fucked
on?
it up.
So basically, if I am frightened, I have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls, while the source of
Awesome.
fear is within my line of sight. And I can't willingly move closer to the source of fear, so I think that's kind of silly.
We'd just be like petrified.
That's probably more for a
Right.
combat thing if an enemy like makes you frightened or something.
Are you
Cast a
guys
spell.
looking at the community whiteboard or whatever? 'Cause I'm drawing.
Is it the same
drawing
for
a
everybody
cave.
still?
I don't know. I hope.
Move, just go.
If you see a small pool of blue when you come in,
Is it this one?
Which one is it? Is the
Yeah.
awe or the
yeah, the awe.
Aggie? Aggie.
The
Yeah, what's
Aggie
the
one?
ID? Oh, never mind.
That's I want it.
Do we see a small pool of blue?
Is it like way in the corner?
Depends how zoomed out you are. It's supposed to be on the very right side of your screen, though.
Oh, there's a
I
blue.
see it.
How do I get rid of this right bar?
I don't know.
Because I can't see shit with that thing. It's taking up half my screen. And there's nothing on this page. I can't see.
Use your scroll wheel and zoom out. Probably.
No, I can't see the tab you guys are even looking at.
I can reshare it.
But I mean, when I go to the page, I can't see the tab.
What do you mean the tab?
I just see a color wheel and then a blank white sheet, and there's nothing on the right side other than the color wheel.
Oh.
We're on the all one.
Yeah, we're in the all one.
I can't even see the tabs, is what I'm saying.
So like your Google Chrome is fucked.
I think I exited the tab things earlier when I was fucking around, and I can't get back to it.
Yellow over here. I like how, even though I have a tablet now, this
There,
is not
Michael.
highly better than practice, whatever. Take practice.
Oh, I was looking in the wrong thing. I was looking in the Aggie one.
I told you
We
that.
just told you like
Yeah,
5
that's what we were
times.
I thought you guys were saying we're in the Aggie one.
Aw. Aw.
Oh,
Okay, what are we seeing?
this is okay. This thing I'm drawing right now, darkness. This is the hole you guys are coming in through.
I see
You
a
should just
blue.
screen share.
I see a blue scribble, a bunch of black circles, and then okay, I see what you're just drawing. What are the black
Oh, that's
circles?
a big dot.
This is the bottom of the cave.
I'll screen share so everyone can.
I'm looking at it right now.
Top
Someone
of
else
the
should screen share
cave.
actually, because then I can't.
How do I fucking...
I'll screen share.
So I can show this
Hey,
on
guys.
the recording.
If you zoom out and then look up, I wrote a message.
Hi.
Okay. That's what it's supposed to look like. This is where you guys are coming in. Okay? There's a slope that comes down into here. And it's completely dark right now, but there are shadowy figures right here. And you can see the slight reflection of a pool of got some sunlight coming down from a crack above in the ceiling.
Okay. This feels like it's a setup for a combat
And
scene.
are you guys on this? You can go ahead and place yourself by drawing a little letter.
So we're by the orange lines?
Yeah, that's the light coming in.
Okay, wait. So what are the black circles?
They're just shadowy figures. You can't tell yet until you get closer.
Shadowy figures.
Like how far away is that?
Shadowy figures. They are about 20 feet away from you. And the pool is about 30, 40 feet away from you.
Okay, I'm gonna be like
So Varus kind of goes first, right? Varus slides down into the shit, and he kind of slides down to here. This is Varus. And he looks around and he's like, it's dark as shit down here.
You can just hit the text thing and then type a letter, and you can drag it around when you hit the mouse icon at the top.
Oh.
Wow. Smart guy.
I can just drag this around too, so fuck you.
Right?
And drag this stupid looking letter around. Stop. Stop.
You just...
This is harder than I thought. I don't want to upload anything. Game. Stop. Okay, guys, we're having technical difficulties now.
How do I drag it?
The mouse icon that says select in the top left.
Oh.
And then you just click it and you can drag it around by holding and dragging. Just do your first letter. Yeah. Why did it just move my D way the fuck over here?
Okay, I'm gonna be this 83 though. I'm that Z.
I don't know what's happening. Honestly, I have no idea what we're doing right now.
You guys are sliding down into this cave entrance.
Oh my god. Freaking thing.
You are here to kill kobolds.
I stop. I'm hide in the back.
And Zhagal is very scared of the dark. We're all not feeling super anxious. Do you want to do anything to maybe create light? Do you have any torches?
We have torches.
Varys immediately pulls a torch out.
Where the fuck did my D go? It's just gone now.
And it kind of gives you a little bit of light, and you can see up to the very tips of these. And you see that they're made out of stone. It's just these kind of stone figures. They almost look like statues.
Right.
What do you want to do?
Can I? I'm gonna use my. Let me look at my stuff. My things. Okay, I'm gonna cast Divine Sense and see if there's any celestial fiends or undeads, and then 60 feet of me.
Alright. Do you have to roll or anything?
Nope.
You do not sense anything like that. Just darkness.
This might be a bad idea, but I'm gonna use thaumaturgy to make his torch brighter.
Okay.
So you can illuminate.
Make a performance check.
Yes. Which one do I want?
I'll say right now, Varys, at this time when you're doing this, is starting to make his way through these statues.
I can see shades. We can see shades of gray and darkness.
So 18.
Within 60 feet of us.
So as Varys is coming up to him after these, it flames up and gets very bright in the cave. And you can see what these are is a bunch of statues of frightened people. And the torch kind of dies down, and Varys looks at him and he looks at you guys. He's like, "Nobody makes statues of frightened people. Eyes down now."
What? Oh no.
I roll
You guys have any
check.
response?
I put my eyes down. I mean, I put my eyes down.
Check, huh? Okay.
I roll a check to see if I can.
What happens if I don't? What happens if I look forward?
You want to say anything to the man that just told you that?
I'm going to cover my eyes.
Yeah, I close my eyes and I'm just like, what the hell's going on, man?
You look over to Varys, who is putting a blindfold on himself. He's like, "There's a basilisk around here. Nobody makes any fucking statues of frightened people, friend." And he starts to tie it off, and he pulls his spear out, and he's just kind of fucking listening and pointing it around and waiting.
What are basilisks?
What is a basilisk?
Out of character, are they?
It's a monster. It's a monstrosity. It's a big stony creature.
Is it like an aberration, a celestial?
No. 6 legs?
Specifically a monstrosity?
Yeah.
Okay, I can't do anything.
I don't want. I feel like this is not actually. Oh shit.
It's ugly. Let's not research about it. That's cheating.
Well, no.
Yeah, don't cheat.
I'm just looking up a picture of it.
I have history. I mean, I don't know the world, but I'm assuming.
Are monsters a really common thing? Do we know all this? I mean, I don't actually know what the fuck a basilisk is.
I know what a basilisk is.
Make a history check if somebody wants to. Maybe even.
I feel like a negative.
My history's only +2, so.
No check, no info.
Who has the highest history?
Not me.
I have +2.
I have a negative history.
Probably has a good check, actually.
I rolled a 6.
Holy shit, he does have an amazing.
You rolled a 6 plus 6?
Nope.
You rolled what? You can't. How you get
6 total.
How?
3 plus 3.
Wow, 6 plus 6. Look
But
at
your history is
Corby.
plus 6. Oh, that's
Yeah,
And
Corby.
my history is
Corby.
plus 3. Yeah.
Corby's is
Corby
plus 6. Maybe Corby should be
Well,
rolling.
Corby rolls a natural 20. Okay.
Holy cats.
Plus 6. Of course, the guy who you are. Hey, what's a basilisk? Let me tell you.
He's right, man. Everybody keep your eyes down. Can only look at one out of us at a time.
Maybe we should all hold hands so we don't get
hey,
lost.
but what if I'm the alpha?
Senor, just don't smile. You're doing fine. None of us are smiling. It's not the competition.
Trying to find my initiative page.
I think I'm gonna cast Sanctuary on myself.
Okay, you can do that. You have to make a check.
I don't think so. I ward a creature within range against attack.
Okay.
Until the spell ends, any creature who targets the warded creature must,
Make a wisdom saving throw.
with an attack, or harmful.
Tucci, did you just get done watching the Chamber of Secrets? Is that why you put the basilisk in here?
No.
Do I have to stamp a book
I was disappointed
that
to see
contains a
that
shard of a
Basilisk-
soul of a man?
I was disappointed to see that Basilisk was not snake. Disappointing.
And there's also a
Make it a
phoenix.
snake.
Tucci, there's
Make
also
your
a,
world.
Tucci, there's also a bird named Phoenix that is a phoenix. Or no, it's Hawk. A phoenix in Chamber of Secrets. I think you were
yeah.
watching Harry Potter, Tucci.
Maybe.
The
Can
Chamber
never
of
prove that.
I thought it was Medusa at first.
So did I. Something
I
like
was
that.
bamboozled.
Okay. So, does
I
anybody
forgot
want to do
Medusa's
anything
not
else?
here.
You're all looking down at the ground. Does anybody want to do anything? Varys is just kind of circling around. Hold on.
I mean, what are we supposed to do? We can't. It's already
there's
dark in here, and now we have
basilisk
to
in here.
close our fucking eyes. Trip
Mhm.
over shit.
True.
Do we have
Alright, so Varys-
disadvantage on things now because we can't see?
Yeah. You do.
He's like,
Oh my
yeah,
God.
you're gonna die. This is the end of the campaign
Should
right
we
now.
like go to the side of the cavern and like feel our way across the wall?
It doesn't matter because as Varys is walking around, he is bumping into these statues and shit, and
Okay, Varys.
he finally gets into the water. And he puts one foot in the water and
He dies. He's pulled into the water.
How far ahead is he? And we're just all like fucking
For real, that's like
kicking around.
50 feet away.
Back here.
you guys are just scared. Yeah, you're like
Go ahead, Varys.
30 feet away.
Is that more than 30 feet though?
I mean, now we know the scale.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
you could say you've been wandering towards
that's like 50 feet away.
Varys' voice or whatever.
I don't think you drew it to scale though. That's the
No, I
only
didn't.
thing.
This hit. Sure as shit does. And Varys gets chomped by this fucking
I knew it.
basilisk.
Gets chomped.
He takes 2 points of damage because I'm a potato. And this thing takes 2 snaps at his ankle. Chomp, chomp. He's like, ah! And the basilisk looks into Varys' eyes and he realizes that he's not turning him to stone. So he turns towards you guys. Make everybody roll initiative.
My initiative's
Oh,
bad.
shit, fuck.
Bad initiative. 12.
Hold on. Everybody roll it and get it in your heads.
12 for me.
Wow.
Everybody have it?
My
Yeah.
initiative's -1.
He's got 20 through 15 as an initiative. Anybody?
Florian,
What do you have?
19.
I got an 18.
12.
This has... What did you get, Johnny?
An 18.
You know, this might be drastic, guys, but I don't want to get turned to stone, so I gouge my eyes out.
Okay. Well,
Smart call.
smart call.
You could just get new eyes.
Yeah, magic eyes.
Basilisk goes
Yeah, they'd be
last.
better.
Corby's initiative. No.
I have cake now.
Johnny, how do you spell your name?
Johnnny.
Is it Z-A or Z-E?
It's ZAGHAL.
Okay. Everything I was writing spelled Z-E.
God damn it, Levi. What is
Zhagal.
your fucking initiative?
Seagal.
1.
Zhagal.
All that worked for 1. Okay.
You rolled a 1.
You eating
No.
pie?
Cake.
I was eating cake.
Second.
No, I'm not. What are you talking about?
Last time I played, you were eating some kind of sweet pastry thing.
Okay.
You were eating like
Oh,
chocolate
He had a
gooey
muffin.
cake
It was
things.
a muffin.
Chocolate muffin.
So,
It's
you
basically
guys
cake.
Here. Where is it? You guys here
It's like cake. It's like a
Yes, it
giant
is.
cupcake.
get his ankle chomp, and he kind of freaks out. Ah! And you hear it. You hear the basilisk starting to move towards you guys. And Florian, you are up.
Shit.
So I'm gonna tell you guys something. If you look at the basilisk, right, and it's looking at someone else, you don't have no problem, right? You don't know at this point. You don't know who's it's looking at though. This is the worst round. You don't know who it's going after.
Goddamn.
What happens if we get
Alright,
turned? What happens if we all get turned to
Oh, I
stone,
gotta
Twitchy?
put it right here.
We're one roll away from death.
You
I
are.
feel like this is an intense. This is an intense, like, basic
Basilisk-
first combat.
Basilisk
This is
is-
basically our first real
Basilisk is
combat.
coming towards you guys. Well, don't be a pansy
How-
and play smart.
Yeah.
Can I run over to this pillar
Sure.
or
you can- yeah.
statue?
Yeah.
But,
Okay, I'm gonna see if
but
I'm
can
big
you
enough to, like,
see it?
fire.
Can we even look?
Well, like,
Are we allowed to
I'm
have our eyes open? Are we gonna trip? We have disadvantage in our movement.
probably
How does
or
this
like
work?
half movement.
You guys all have
Shit.
dark vision, right?
Yeah,
but
I
if we
do.
can't have our eyes open, then
Are you running with your eyes closed?
but if we open
Well,
them
I'm
and it's
looking
looking
down
at
the
us,
ground. Like,
Right.
we run into a
Just do
wall.
this. Cover everything else and look at the ground.
At some point, one of you are gonna have to make a check. I can tell you're all avoiding that as hard as you can. One of you might get turned to stone.
What if we all get turned to stone?
What if?
What if we get TPK'd right now because you made a poor decision on monsters?
What if I
At level
designed it
2.
really well? What if I designed it really well, like play the fight?
it's like
You have a
It's
back
okay.
door, 2G. I know it. That's okay though.
Everyone's got a back door,
We'll
Michael.
see what happens.
Let's
Oh.
call it back. Got a back door. I'll be right back. I need to get a Red Bull. Think about your strategy.
ah,
What are we doing here, guys?
there is no strategy. I have nothing good. Okay.
Mm,
I can fuck it up with Divine Smite if I can get close to
look at
it, but
but it'd be risky. Because like I casted Sanctuary,
Wait.
so whenever it tries to target me with a spell, it must make a Wisdom saving throw. And when it fails, it must choose a new target.
let me see what this does. I have a thing called Heroism. This is a willing creature you touch is imbued with bravery. Until the spell ends, the creature is immune to being frightened. Oh.
So what are you doing,
Gains
Florian?
temporary hit points. Shield of
I'm-
Faith.
Gonna use. Shit. Fuck.
That'd be a cool spell.
I'm gonna use thaumaturgy to make it sound like a clatter behind Varys. Like, let me scroll out of this. Like back over here.
2G, if you
Okay.
make the Phoenix egg hatch and come claw its eyes out, you definitely watched Harry Potter. Internally, Tucci started sweating, or externally. He's thinking,
I'm
oh
not worried.
fuck, oh fuck. He's on to me.
I have thought about this encounter all week. I know most of the ways this goes.
Including when
Dead.
we all die.
I believe in you guys. You're smart.
Are we?
I don't think
Guess
we're
we'll
smart in
find out.
combat. That's why we try to avoid combat.
I guess we'll find out. If you're not, maybe the next group will be.
I'm decent at combat, but mostly because I heal. And if you instantly get turned into stone, I can't heal.
Florian, time is ticking. What are you doing? Oh, you
I
dropped the thing. Okay, you did. You dropped the thing. That's your action? Do you want to make a bonus action? Did you run up behind this stone? Is that something you did?
Yeah,
No,
I ran
you're-
over to this stone.
So you run
Drag
over
your
this stone, and are your eyes closed?
You can
I'm
drag
looking at the ground.
your F to where you are.
It's hard to drag it, Michael.
It's not. You click it and drag it. You hold down.
You run up.
Florian's right here.
You're looking at the ground, and you run up to the rock,
Mhm.
and you can hear the massive basilisk skittering through the rocks towards you.
God,
And
oh,
as you make
Jesus.
this sound behind it, you still hear it coming towards you.
Oh no.
It's like the Predator, and it's just seeing you in heat vision right now, and you're gonna die.
But
Yeah.
Varys is up next, and Varys hears that he hears the thing skittering away from him, and the basilisk is now. I need this tool.
Wait, how do bonus actions work?
You can use it to do a movement. You can use it to do dodge, hide, or you can
Because
dash.
I have
movement.
hex, and it's a bonus action, and I don't know how. Like,
If it says it's a bonus action, you can cast it as your bonus action.
okay, well then
Certain spells can be.
I'll just cast that. It doesn't do anything right now.
Okay. What is it? Do you cast it on someone?
Place curse upon creature in range until spell ends. You get an extra 1d6 necrotic damage to target. You choose one ability when casting. The creature has disadvantage on ability checks with chosen one.
Okay. If you cast this, you're gonna have to look up at it. You can't look down and cast
Fuck.
checks at it.
See, and this is where those components of spells matters.
I have spells I can use, but I have their concentration, so I have to withhold
It
them.
doesn't matter because it's Varys' turn, and Varys hears the thing clattering up to Florian, and he hears that it's not near him, and he pulls his blindfold off and he looks at it. And it's facing away from him now. So he runs up to it. Let's see how much. Yeah, this is probably not going to be the scale. We'll say you can make it. All right.
Where is the monster?
The monster is the bee. It's just,
Okay.
Right behind me.
it's getting ready to maul Florian. But it's distracted. So. Old Varys runs up with his glaive in hand. And he kind of does like a spinning circular motion with it to come down with the blade of it. Rolls a 19. Which definitely hits. Yep. How much damage does it do? The fuck, game? Oh, 1d10 plus 4. He does 12 points of damage. He runs up and he kind of does this, and you hear it smash into the back of the basilisk. You guys can't see anything, but you hear stony fragments kind of break off of it and scatter across the room. And Varys has a bonus action. He will use it to move back a little bit away. Now that he is here. Actually, no, he can't. He has to use his bonus action to turn around and look away from the back. And that makes it Zhagal's turn.
Yay.
Who is very afraid of the dark and a basilisk.
I am. I'm terrified of the dark. But I can't do a whole bunch. I think I'm gonna buff everybody.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast
So what's the
Bless.
range? What's the range on it? Because I have that too. And is yours concentration?
It is.
So if you
Well,
take
I don't know if I would
damage,
lose Sanctuary. No, that's not concentration.
I think Sanctuary says the next time you make an attack, lose it.
It just for me, it just says until the spell ends. Any creature who targets the worded creature. Failed save. Spell doesn't protect the warded creature from area of effects. And okay, it does at the bottom. Makes an attack, casts a spell that affects an enemy.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna cast Bless on us three. I don't really care about the random guy. I'm not gonna cast it on myself.
you have range on it.
You have to touch someone, don't you?
Mine is range, but it's 30
Mine says
feet.
it's an area of 30 feet. Yeah.
Okay. So you're gonna have to move up in between Declan and
Okay.
Florian at least.
So how far exactly? I know I'm kind of far away. I'm kind of chilling. I want to stay the fuck away from this
You
basilisk.
couldn't quite make it to the basilisk if you wanted to. You could make it to about where Florian is, using all your.
Okay, I'm gonna go
movement.
up here. That should give me line of sight to cast it on everybody.
Just run until you run into the wall.
Yeah, I'm pretty much gonna be up against the wall, so I can't get caught by the back.
Gotcha. Not a bad idea. You cast Bless.
Yep, on everybody except for Varus
Okay.
and me. I can't take it. So what that does for you guys is you can roll a d4
Add a
and
d4 to
add
your
the
attack.
number to your attack or saving throw. Yeah.
I need to put Corby on the map. I'm a dumbass.
Is that just like a one-time thing, or?
For the next minute, I think is what mine
Oh,
says.
dope.
Yeah, so for 1 whole minute you get +4.
A 4. I gotta dig out
Yeah,
more.
that's super. It's
dice.
concentration though, so now I have one
If
super
you-
strong spell.
If you get
Inflict
attacked,
wounds.
or if you do something else, it breaks that.
Yeah.
So
Does it?
next up is Corby. Is that the end of your turn? You want to do anything for your bonus action?
Yeah, that's no. I don't have any bonus actions.
So Corby is right here. He lifts his eyes up and he sees that the thing is coming towards Florian. He is going to use half of his movement speed to get over here. And take this over here. We can look at his shit. He's going to cast Entangle. So Corby gets in position of it, and he kind of glances once and twice and realizes it's not looking at him. And he starts moving his hands in that familiar gesture as in the fight pits. And this thing needs to make a save. To make a strength save. And it fails horribly, so it gets restrained. These roots kind of come up from
I'm gonna fuck this
kind
thing
of
up right now.
stony ground and kind of clasp onto it, and it's unable to move at this point. It kind of looks downward at the roots and kind of thrashes back and forth as it's now completely restrained. It's not paralyzed. It's not an instant critical or instant hit, but it cannot move. It is no longer coming at anyone. And next up
Sweet.
is Declan.
Hey,
Stab its
anyone
eyes out,
know-
Declan.
What direction is it facing right now?
It's facing towards Florian.
And I have enough room to
Hopefully-
come up, down. Here, let me.
Well, you wouldn't know that unless someone said it out loud.
I guess I'm gonna do this anyways. Can I come down here? Can I make it to here? Like right behind it?
Right behind it.
Yeah, like right here.
Hey, do you guys know if there's a way to make
It
the
was right
sidewalk in
here.
Discord?
It's right here. I want to go
Like where-
like right next to Varus.
Yeah, you can make it that. He's kind of got his back turned to it at this point, as he's worried that
I'm,
you
you know,
aggroed it.
walking at the floor, coming around its backside. Come up to it, and I'm going to do a thing. I'm looking for. Pull out my dude, what fighting style did I pick? You remember? Great
I
weapon
don't.
fighting. Apparently, that's what I see. So I'm gonna pull out my battle axe and pull it over my head and swing down at its back or its tail or whatever. And
It's facing
use
away from you.
Yeah.
It's having.
Oh.
It's kind of writhing and trying, but it's not. It's kind of like trying to turn its head towards you, but it's kind of stuck on the ground. It can't.
yeah, and it's exactly. So I get advantage on this, or it's an instant hit, right? Because it's stuck
I
in
think
place.
it's critical.
Let me look at what the restrained condition actually entails.
Well, he is
Pretty
also
sure.
behind it. I feel like that kind of helps. But you could still roll a 1 and like.
Well, my fighting style, if I roll a 1 or a 2, I have to get to re-roll anyways.
You could roll a 3.
Either way, it's restrained. It's an instant hit because it can't dodge or anything.
Does it just give you 1 extra chance if you roll a 1?
I have to
Okay.
use whatever else I roll.
Restrained creature's speed becomes 0. It can't benefit from any bonus to its speed. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and attack rolls from the creature have disadvantage. The creature has disadvantage on dexterity saving throw. So you get to roll with advantage.
With advantage.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna swing my battle axe. I'm gonna expend a spell slot and cast Divine Smite on it,
Okay.
and try it to fucking cut this thing in half
Okay. Hit
Murder
this
it.
guy.
with advantage. And then I have the thing that Johnny, so it's plus a d4 also. I'm gonna roll the d4
Yeah.
first and just add it to whatever I roll. So it's a 3 on the d4. First one I rolled is a 6, not great. Wait, 6 plus my strength is plus 5, so that's 11. Advantage, it's 3, it's worse. So 11 plus 3 is 14. That's not great.
So you got your biggest one's 14.
Mm-hmm.
Does not hit.
Of course it doesn't. There goes my spell slot.
Overzealous, and you come down with the axe, excited in this restrained creature.
I can't see it. I'm not looking at it.
Just misses.
Trying to not get turned to stone here.
What? Kind of
Too scared.
Now it is the
Just hit the ground.
Basilisk's turn. Basilisk has to use its turn to make another strength check.
Bummer, dude. Could have just done so
Yeah, you
much
already had my
damage.
+4.
Basilisk
I could have just
fails
done
its strength check,
so much damage.
and said it can't do a fucking thing because it's completely restrained and it failed its check. So that's its turn, and it is back to Varus. And he kind of looks, he's kind of standing next to you, facing the other way, Declan. He realizes that you're facing it and not turned to stone. And he kind of turns around and he's going to go ahead and expend one of his spell slots to Divine Spite it now. And luckily, he's a real paladin, so he rolled a. He rolled a. Where'd you go? Did I close it? Okay. Roll a 20. He rolled a 16, but it's a 20. And just to roll 2. 8. This thing takes 18 points of damage. Varus kind of looks at your axe on the ground, and he comes back around and kind continued circular motion from his last attack. This is all happening in the course of a few seconds. And as it comes down, it kind of crackles with the electricity as it comes through the air. And you see sparks of electricity come off of it as Varus smites the basilisk. It gets really fucked up off of that. That hurt its feelings in addition to other things.
Can you describe its emotions right now?
It is sad, and it's scared. Scared, honestly.
My feelings are hurt because I missed. With advantage and a +4.
Okay, so next up is Florian. And it is right in front of you, basically looking at you, but you're hiding behind.
What is happening?
And you can hear your team smashing on it. You're not sure what direction it's facing, though.
Shit. Florian wants to just like run straight across to over here.
So over where? Oh, okay, you can do that.
And then see if we can take a peek
Okay.
to cast
peek out of the
Eldritch
rock.
Blast.
You peek out of the rock, and then you see that it's restrained, and it's kind of like trying to look around the rock that you were just behind. It hasn't noticed. So roll for your hit.
Okay, so the invocation, I get to add an extra, my charisma modifier on top of the damage, and then the blessing is a d4 also.
Yeah.
Yep, yeah.
You have to roll for your Eldritch Blast hit. You have
Yeah,
advantage because he's restrained.
So
I'll roll the d4 to add to it.
maybe 20.
That hits.
Okay.
The d4 is for the attack, not the damage.
That'd be super
Wait,
nice
what?
if
Oh.
it was +4 damage.
Well, then
So you
20 fucking 4.
Well, you still have to roll.
I did roll for the
Oh.
what?
the d4, whatever, you already hit it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, no.
Disregard the
Use that for
d4.
your hit.
9 damage.
9 damage. Does your hex give you any more?
A d6. Plus 5, 15, 9.
How much?
Plus 5 on top of 9. I can't math.
14.
14.
14.
So that smashes into like the side of it. This thing is still restrained, right? And it kind of glows with that reminiscent pink energy that Florian's magic contains. And it's kind of seeping in between the large scales that make up the basilisk. This thing is hurting pretty bad. It's having a bad day. But it is Corby's turn again. Corby.
How long does the restraint thing last for? Just till it breaks free?
It's 1 minute. So.
I don't know. Is
probably
it
gonna be
concentration?
a full fight.
Wasn't I after Florian?
No.
Oh.
Well, 3 of you rolled 18, so it goes.
Oh.
I was supposed to do it. I was supposed to do it alphabetically. It's supposed to be Corby, you, Corby, Varus, then you.
I think 3 of us rolled 18s. What are the odds of that?
Right.
So what the fuck else can?
3 of you rolled 18s and I rolled 18 twice earlier. What is that? It's the number of the night.
This is the rhythm of the
I
night.
saw that coming a mile away.
Did you? I didn't even
Whoa.
like mean to me.
My life.
You saying that just made that come out of.
Dude, I literally heard it in my head right after I said it too.
So this is maybe Levi changes his mind on the animal he wants to be, but for him to be of any use right now, he's going to use his action to turn into a jackal.
Okay.
So Corby, his small form starts to kind of crack and bend as you see him fall to all fours, and his head takes on the shape of kind of a dog-like visage. And that is the end of his turn. However,
No hurry.
Yeah, that was the end of his turn, and it is Varus's turn. Varus is going to take another sweeping circular stab at this thing. His spear. He's going to miss. And for his bonus action, with no proficiency, he's going to attack again. Going to miss. So after a somewhat impressive series of ending with that somewhat flashy lightning smite, he just comes back and chink chink misses this thing. And he kind of looks at himself like, okay, I just missed this thing. And
You failed with advantage.
We're bad with
I
that.
didn't roll the advantage. Oh, fuck. One of his attacks hits. And the other one is a natural one. So, thank God for advantage.
But you rolled a 1.
Yeah, I don't take the one.
I
The
know.
other one's better. So, D8. Takes 4 points of damage. Chink, this thing is looking pretty hurt. He comes down and tries to finish it up by plunging his spear into it. And it kind of writhes. And it's not. It's just not quite there yet.
Doesn't want to go.
Doesn't want to go. Actually, not how I saw this going. It never stayed restrained this long in the test play. Okay, and
You know how it feels now, Tucci?
now it is
Your abomination gets fucking restrained and murdered.
now it is Zhagal. I thought at least one of you would get turned into stone. You guys are doing pretty good.
There's still time.
And
Yeah.
and ironically, Tucci, you're kind of the one that made it get restrained.
I did. It's honestly the only. It's like the only thing Levi's fucking character can do.
Okay, so I walk up to the front of it and stare it right in the eye.
Okay.
Here's your
What do you
stone.
want to do?
Here's your stone.
You're gonna convert it to your religion.
I'm gonna start preaching
If
to
you
it.
roll a natural 20,
I
anything's
read it at
possible.
last rites.
Okay, so
Where
you
did my
walk.
spells go?
You walk up to the thing.
I mean, I'm just gonna walk up to it and swing at it. I'm gonna walk up.
What?
I'm gonna
You'll
walk
walk
up
up
behind
behind
it. Let me move it. I'm assuming that. Let me draw. I'm assuming that it's facing. Fuck, that's really big.
It's facing towards Florian.
You can click
Oh,
the
no,
undo
I
button
deleted-
under the arrow on the left hand side, and it'll
Oh.
just go back. But that, yeah, there you
It's
go.
okay. Yeah, then I'm just gonna go behind it. Let me grab my thing, and I'm just gonna swing at it with my little mace thing.
Roll to hit.
Oh, actually, it's a warhammer, but same thing. Okay, roll to hit. I got. Ooh, pretty sure I hit it. I rolled a 17 plus. I think it's Dex. I rolled an 18.
Rolled an 18.
Yep.
It definitely hits. Go to roll damage.
Okay, 1d8. I rolled a 1.
Okay. So you kind of
Yay.
run around this helpless, rooted creature, and you run up with your little fucking hammer and
Tink.
pink, take a little chip off of one of its 6 legs.
I pick up. Is it stone?
Yeah.
I pick it up.
It's an organic creature, but its scales and stuff are very much stony. The way basilisks work is they turn things to stone, and then they eat it, and then as it hits their gullet, it turns it back to organic matter.
Wait, I do too, because it's +1. But anyway, I would still count that as pretty minimal. So I'm gonna pick up that little chunk of scale, put it in my pocket.
Greedy. Little dwarf man, of course.
Yeah, you're gonna have to wait till after combat. That's you already used your action.
Oh, stone.
Oh, that can't
What's
just
in
be a
this
bonus
stone?
action.
No.
Gonna
Okay, well, I'm
crack
gonna
this
do that.
open later.
Okay.
It would be a
So,
memento.
Well, it is Declan's turn.
And, you know what? I'm gonna do this, like, 360 spinning fucking axe thing. And hope I
You're
don't...
gonna
I'm not
kill
gonna do
your
that. I'm gonna kill
spine.
everyone around me. That's you guys too. No, I'm just, yeah, I'll just do the same thing I did last time, but without the Divine Smite. So I'll just roll to hit. Is that... You broke... Your concentration's broken. Oh, the concentration's broken on that spell, so...
Who,
No
me?
more +4. Yeah.
What, from an attack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do
Oh.
you make any action and it breaks concentration.
Oh, well then I would have cast Inflict Wounds, which does
But
3d10.
you
It would have
did.
broken it too.
Yeah, if you
I
cast another
know,
spell
but
or do an
if I...
action.
I
That's
would
why
have
I
done
say
more
if it's
damage,
gonna get
though.
broken anyway,
Yeah.
then...
Inflict Wounds does a lot of fucking damage.
Fuck yeah, 3d10?
Kind of busted.
For a level 1 spell? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Plus 5.
But I wonder, it might not level up that well.
You have to touch them to cast it, which is funny. It's like Inflict Wounds, you just punch them.
Yeah.
It's one
Did you roll
better... Oh, I still have advantage on this.
Yes.
22. That second
22.
one.
Definitely hits. Good roll damage.
Nine points of damage.
9 points.
As I just
of
kind
damage.
of
Gonna come down and hit
shove
it.
my axe
Yeah.
right up this thing's ass.
All right, up is the. No, I'm just kidding. How do you want to do this? How do you want to kill it?
Wow. That's a good question. How do I want to do this?
Don't chop its head off, I'll tell you that much.
What does this thing look like? I'm googling it now.
I'm gonna cut its head off. Yeah, I'm gonna cut its head off and I'm gonna keep the head.
Its eyeballs are gonna go flying.
How? They're in its head.
Yeah, that's not what
Well, its
happens.
head's gonna-
That's not what happens.
I know,
when it cuts
but-
I cut its head off. I
Wouldn't
just
that
like
be
start
cool?
chopping at its head like it's a fucking tree.
Jesus.
And I just I say, I want some fucking sausage now! And I cut its head off.
So this thing is kind of writhing against the final, breaks free of the roots, just long enough for you to like grab it by the top of its fucking jaw and slam your fucking huge axe into the back of its neck, rip its head off. You're just standing
And,
here holding the head of a basilisk.
I take my cloak off and I
The-
kind
I
of...
can't believe we killed that. That's insane.
I take my
The
cloak
glowing
off.
Blue eyes
That's
go
creepy.
dim.
Go dim. It's not gonna turn us to stone now. It's not like
No,
Medusa's
no.
head. You can just carry it. And,
No, it's dead. It's powered.
okay.
A
never
weapon of
mind.
mass destruction. Walk into town.
And I'm just like,
hey, everybody, look at this.
you know,
I thought there
Varys.
came here some kobolds.
Yeah, Varys. Where are the fucking kobolds, man?
That's a pretty fucking good idea. Good question. Let me tell you that. I'm gonna go ahead and cancel the screen share now.
Yeah. That
That's a
wasn't a
pretty-
fucking kobold, man.
That's a good point. That wasn't a fucking kobold. And
Yeah.
he's gonna make an investigation check.
And there's still no sausage.
It's garbage, but he's and you guys are looking around at the statues, and Varys walks up to one. He's like, "I recognize this guy. This is one of Tyrus's old friends." And you start looking around, and you start to get the feeling that these are statues of Tyrus's enemies down here.
Is he trying to set us
what's
up
he
down
going,
here,
"You don't
friend?
think Tyrus is trying to kill us, right?" And he
Well,
looks down at the pictures.
No.
He's like, I mean, you guys are like, you told me you guys are like his best guys.
one more
That's
time.
why.
I'm gonna make an insight check on him to see if he seems like he's
Go ahead.
trying to
An honest fucking
trying
man.
to be like, tricking
Maybe
us
he
with
could
his
help us kill
words
it.
right now. And that is gonna be a 16.
16. You are just as sure as ever that Tyrus or Varys was pretty sure we were supposed to fight kobolds as well.
Well,
Corby walks up to the corpse of the basilisk and make a medicine check. He tries to remove the thing from its throat. He pulls it out. It can be used to make potions to turn people that are turned to stone back to normal.
Can I check out the water? Like, because it came out of the water, right? Is there anything?
I have
Sure. Walk over and check it out.
I have a
Check
spell
it out.
that I can purify food and drink, so I can make water, food free of poison and disease.
Yeah, we could have like a
So,
secret layer down here.
You want to like drink that water?
And you can drink that water.
I can make it fresh.
Yeah, I'm
Wow,
not
what a
clean.
cool thing.
No, that could actually
Wow,
come in
that's
handy if
pretty
someone,
cool.
if
I
you
picked
know
up the
someone's
chunk
trying
of
to poison
stone.
you and you're stuck in a situation like, hey, drink this.
Oh,
And it's
yeah.
like, all right,
You
cast a
get to get
spell
to
on.
the desert that way. By purifying your own urine.
Hey, dude,
Smart.
it's not as dumb as you think. Okay.
No. I'll allow it.
It's
So what
hot
are you
in
guys
my
doing?
room. So yeah, I picked up the chunk of stone. Is it magical at all?
It's not magical in any real sense, but it is a very
Like rare
fine.
kind of.
It's a very fine and
You can craft something out of it,
roll,
maybe.
roll a history check.
Okay, I'm decent at history. Not in real life.
It's just a rock.
Hey, I think that's 20. That is a 20, not natural. 17
Okay.
plus.
So you know that the storm masons use all different types of stone to craft armor and stuff, and you get the inkling that basilisks are not nearly as common as any other types of stone in the world. So maybe it could have some value to you.
Okay, then I pick it up for a memento at the very least.
All right.
So I'm not gonna carry this whole fucking basilisk out.
Yeah.
Hobby, can we like unpetrify these guys?
I'm not sure I have exactly. Right. I'm not sure I have the ability to do that. Let me see.
Is anyone a chemist?
No, he's not going to be able to do that. You need greater restoration, dude. You need the greater restoration spell to fix these people. Or the antidote. She's only got part of.
Welp, I
I
guess
just
they're
want to
dead.
bail with this. Just take this head with us.
Take the head with you.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Varys looks at you
No, I
guys
feel
and
like-
well, what is our plan here?
I feel like Geralt.
Should we go accuse Tyrus of...
Yeah, I don't want to be accusing anyone.
There's no way he'll confess.
Yeah, well, I want to see his reaction when we come back alive, not stuck
I'd
down
like to
here as
see that.
stone
I'd
men.
like to see that as well.
He better give us 3 sausages.
Let's
Each.
not act suspicious around him, or like we're on to his little thing, potential thing.
So should we act like?
Yeah,
Just normal.
got the job
We ran
done.
into this
Yeah,
huge
let's act
scary
like
monster instead
let's
of goblins.
let's not show him this head here, and let's tell him we killed kobolds.
Okay. All right. That's
I want to see his reaction then.
all right.
Unless you guys feel differently about that, I don't know.
Well, I don't know, because he would know that we were lying if he sent us here. So
That's
Uh,
true.
it wouldn't really be any kind of stand. Take this head. It's kind of like a...
I want to
kinda
see how he
looks like a-
sidesteps the kobold thing, though.
He gets kind of Varys gets kind of pumped and is like, Tyrus Lightsworn is an inferior of mine. You will not tell me what to do in this city while the envoy is here. If he has tried to kill us, he will answer for it.
I thought that you guys were good friends.
I like Tyrus. I'm not. He's kind of a weird guy, though. He's kind of cold. I've been hearing a lot of rumors about weird shit that he's been doing around this city, and I don't know. The fact that he may have just tried to kill me gets me a little pissed off at him.
Yeah, that'd be real
I'd be
fucked up.
perfectly
He
fine
tried to
going in
kill
there
us.
and talk shit to him right now.
Well, let's not be too hasty on those kinds of decisions. We made it out alive. We'll be all right for now. Just gotta see what his intentions are. It's clearly not good.
Well, it looks
This some
like he
kind
wanted
of
us.
this some kind of test. Well, we passed.
Sure. Should we go talk to him now then?
Might be more stuff in the sewer.
That's true.
Yeah, you guys want to search the area the basilisk was.
Yeah, the water.
All right, go ahead and make an investigation check.
That's abysmal.
It's really dark in here. Let me go swim in a dark pool of water.
The,
God
the
knows what's in.
pool of water at the bottom is
It's a whole 5.
kind of illuminated, as if you can tell that it kind of goes back under into a different cavern. But at the very bottom of the pool of water, you see this big blue egg sitting in there.
An egg?
It's a
Yep.
basilisk egg.
Oh shit!
I
Get
want
in there, Declan.
I want sausage, not eggs.
Yeah, but you get sausages for the egg.
Florian's just an egg collector.
It's like I'm playing Yoshi's Island. Ba-ding, ba-ding.
Bring. Bring.
Yes. Well, I want that egg, but I didn't do it.
You can swim down and try to get it, but you'll have to make a check.
Shit.
And Declan could try to do it, but he'll have to make an athletics check if this isn't plate mail.
Yeah, I'm not in plate. I'm in ring mail.
Oh, that's right, you're in ring mail. You can swim down there and get it if you want.
I start leaving because I'm still terrified of the dark.
You just make.
Yeah.
You just
So you could
try
probably
to make your way
probably
back
light
up
a
the rubble.
torch or
Yeah.
something, but you know.
Yeah, Varys started this by lighting a torch.
Yeah, but it's
Okay,
still like
Declan,
spooky and dark
I'm
in
going
there.
to tie this rope around me, so hold it. And I'm going to go get that egg.
Okay, I'm gonna make. What kind of check should I make to see how strong of a grip I have on this rope?
Both of you make a strength check with advantage.
I rolled a natural 1.
Oh, it's with advantage. Okay, so did I.
Advantage.
But I have natural. We both rolled
13.
natural ones, dude. What is that?
14.
Oh yeah, I looked up the probability of
Oh,
us.
yeah. Unnatural
It is
20.
1.25.
You got a
to the-
natural 20.
Unnatural 20.
Nice.
Oh, no, okay.
I don't know
Alright,
what that
so
means.
Declan goes in and Florian goes in with the rope around. She's got not the most graceful, like, doggy paddle as she tries to make her way down. And
My nails.
as soon as she gets her arms around, now that she's up to it, what is a pretty big fucking she wraps her arms around it and she can feel Declan yank the rope and start pulling her back out of the water.
How big is this thing?
It's like it would fit inside of a basketball. Right.
You can say it's like a little bit smaller than a bat. It could fit inside of the
These
basketball.
sausages.
It's like your mind has
Or
to work
hot
like
dogs,
5 times
my baby.
harder.
That's what came out, all right.
It's like
Fucking want to know? That's what it looks
it's like the size of like a Nerf football.
You have like weird units of measurement. Hot dogs, basketballs.
whatever, all right.
What measurements work?
Just picture.
I know, it's painted.
All right, so you pull them out. You have this great big blue basilisk egg in your arms, and
Great big boot
Like a- like-
basketball.
flecked with yellow spots all over. And Varys looks at you. Oh shit!
I don't know if this is actually a good
That thing is
idea.
Beautiful. Oh my lord! You know how much people pay for a basilisk?
I think we should eat it, man.
A basilisk, if you can train it not to turn you to stone, is one of the best pets possible.
Yeah, but like,
especially in the envoy.
what happens if you eat it?
You eat the egg.
Mm.
It's got a basilisk inside it.
Yeah, it's not born.
Well, you'd have to eat the basilisk. It'd be like
It's
You know-
probably not just like, you know,
Probably pretty rocky.
it's not a chicken. It doesn't lay fucking sunny side up omelet eggs.
this
Well,
is like already formed,
You
you know, a little bit more.
And he kind of looks at the rest of you guys like, "Are you guys following me?"
I understand what
this,
you're
right?
saying.
Yeah, you're not gonna eat this, okay? You should
Don't eat my
this egg.
fucking egg, Declan.
is that a challenge? Are you challenging me to not eat the egg?
I just wouldn't recommend it, is all.
Well, I mean, who did we talk to about this? I feel like it's not something that it's really like, probably have to go to a collector or. I don't want to carry this egg with me. What if this hatches and then we turn everyone to stone?
Do you want the egg bears?
can't just give away my egg either.
Well, I feel like it's kind of partly my egg. I helped you pull. You didn't drown down there
That's-
because,
Yeah, I don't know if I want a.
I was gonna
stone-
say because if you want the egg, Varys,
But if we can get rid of the egg really fast.
for a price,
by giving it to Varys.
I'd consider.
Varys is looking and he says, "I would love to take the egg. I will definitely raise the egg as a pet. I've got
As a pet?
many friends
That's
in the
dangerous,
envoy.
Varys.
Well, we've got a lot of well-trained beastmasters in the envoy.
How
I'm
much-
Sure one of them would take
how
it.
much-
Sure,
What would you be
Varys, you've got a
using it
lot.
for?
How much sausage?
Just a pet, or is it like?
Well,
How
they
much
make-
sausage would you be
How
willing to
many
give me?
sausages would you give us for this egg?
They make some of the best guard pets around. I mean, you got a basilisk sitting outside your door. It's kind of hard to break in on someone, right?
Well, certainly, yeah.
I spend too much time traveling to have any worldly idea of what I would pay for something like this. But I'm sure a pet store or something might be able to
So
give
you,
you a good number.
so you don't want the egg? That's what
Well,
you're
how
telling
much
me.
gold have you got, Varys?
Which gold have I got?
How much sausage do you got?
I'm the general of the
You know, he did kind of help
Sophrotanian envoy.
save
I
our
have
lives.
what I need.
All of it.
All of it. You guys are sitting here haggling for gold right now? Is that
For
what
an
you're
egg
doing?
that's not even ours.
I keep
For an
asking for
egg?
sausage, so
This guy doesn't know what you mean when you say
He really likes his birds.
literally nobody knows
I know.
when you're saying
do you
sausage.
not know what sausage is? I think I literally mean sausage when I'm asking for it.
You have to say the golden sausage. Tucci, every time you do that, I'm afraid you're gonna die.
Thanks, man. I'm glad you think.
I mean, at least it's
What do you guys want to do?
good.
Varys is starting to hike out of the cavern.
Where
He's-
you,
He wants to
Varys-
go to Stormfire.
Varys, where are
I-
you guys
I have
headed?
words to have with my inferior.
Varys, where are you headed to after you leave port, man?
I've got a lot of things to take care of here. We've got to take a head count. We've got to take inventory of all the things you're taking.
Well, sure,
Yeah,
not
take-
today, but I just mean like when you and your compatriots take leave of the
You've
city.
taken.
Well, after we leave, we'll all head back to Sothrotanis.
Right.
We'll all
How
take the
about
deal.
this? We'll travel with you, and you give us the egg.
Wow, that's a really good deal.
There's
mean-
but wait, there's more, all right?
This-
As I
This
said,
character was supposed to like you.
is there? What did you say? That's not a good deal.
Did you hear what you said, or did you mean to say what you
He's gonna
said?
take the
What did I
egg
say?
and let him take you to Sothrotanis.
Yeah.
So you get an egg and a
No,
free
I
ride.
said.
What is he-
Well, did I say that? I meant I was
Yes.
going to give him the egg,
Oh, okay.
For passage.
Oh, okay. All right,
but
we can-
but I'm like,
absolutely.
would you be willing to maybe escort some other people secretly as cargo?
What type of people?
Well, if we leave that one is closed, the egg's yours. Ask no questions. And
I'm
turn
not
up your
in the
nose.
business of smuggling murderers and criminals.
Well, they're not murderers, no. They're
My
just
position is an
friends
esteemed one.
friends of mine that can't afford to get out of the city. And they look, see some greener pastures, so to speak.
It could be negotiated. But when we're packing up to leave in about a week and a half time, is that going to work for you guys?
It could make ends meet.
All right. I don't see why you couldn't ride with the envoy. It's going to be pretty packed. We condensed the whole of the envoy, 5 ships, and it's not the greatest conditions.
Man, we're not a lively bunch, anyways. We don't need the, greatest accommodations.
I don't see why something couldn't be worked out. Perhaps, I'll have to make sure with the quartermasters it's actually a viable thing. We may have taken on too many prisoners or something like that. Indeed, I will definitely look into it for you.
Who do your prisoners consist of? I mean, like, are they just
people of all different people of all different ethnicity and creed waiting to stand trial in front of the council. Usually people that have committed crimes and waited in jails in their towns until the envoy came to pick them up and bring them back to trial. Some people just assault us, and instead of outright killing them, we show mercy and bring them back to be tried. There's a lot of reasons you could become a prisoner.
All right, well.
I'm going to go talk to Tyrus.
I'm ready to
This
get
is
out
what
of here, because
I'm
this
doing.
guy looks like he
around, he's
has
like,
it out
this
for us.
town, this part of town is shit. Everyone is dead. There's no one here. The only thing that lived here was a fucking basilisk. So let's take it on, right? And he starts leading his way back eastward into the city.
Declan follows.
I was still outside, but I guess I just follow everyone anyway.
are we just following Zhagal?
Zhagal just went back to the inn and got some more black drink and passed the fuck out again.
Oh shit.
Fucking alcoholic.
So you guys all
You guys would have had a long chat then if I already made it.
Are we taking the head? Which approach are we going for?
Yeah, you guys gonna follow Vera, so you're gonna get in front of him.
And
Do you guys want to show the head, or you want to act like we killed kobolds? Which way do you want to approach that?
Well, I think
Either way, we're going to see the reaction of him seeing us alive. I just want to kind of see how he reacts to the lie. But we could just play along and play it safe.
I mean, if you know there were no
right
kobolds,
accuse him, so.
And he knows there were no kobolds.
Right, that's why I want to say, like, hey, there was, we got all the kobolds.
But then
he really didn't know.
But isn't it just badass to be like,
we killed your piece of shit thing that you wanted to kill us, so.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do now? Bitch.
Are you saying that?
No, are we here? Are we back?
These are your choices. Are you coming to confront?
Holding like mock.
Let's bring the head.
You're basically either going to be a little girl about this, like, hey, so there's a basilisk in there, and I don't think that was what was supposed to be in there. You didn't try to kill us, did you? He's going to be like, no, I would never kill you guys. No.
I want to intimidate this
guy. You want to go kill some more kobolds?
Yeah, I want to intimidate this guy. We're kind of with.
Anyways,
maybe with
Varys
help
is leading the pack with you guys behind him. As you guys start, he takes the lead and he's walking up the stairs. All of the Sarvatanian guards kind of raise their spears like this and put it across their chest, and they nod at the High Lord as he walks by them.
Who wants to carry this head?
And Varys walks up. Yeah, you get it. You get the head.
Hey,
you're like walking next to him. And Varys walks up to the doors and just slams them open.
Did you hear me, Tucci?
What?
I'm going to put the head on my head.
Okay.
Put the head on your head.
I'm not. I don't know how that works anyways.
It doesn't work. It's not a mask. You don't die and become a mask.
Carve the inside of it out.
Anyways, he bashes the doors open and he screams, Tyrus! And you catch them dead in the middle of one of their services. He was obviously not expecting you guys to come back from this. And he's immediately talking, and his voice just stops. And he's pretty far away. He's like 60, 70 yards away at the altar at this point. But his eyes get very big as you guys are marching towards Tyrus.
Don't bite me.
And how far away from him? Or how far away are we from him?
You're about 60 yards away. You're marching towards him, and you can see he's now starting to frantically wrap the congregation up. Like, Okay, that's all for today. Everybody out. Peace be with you. Peace be. Okay, goodbye. And then these people stand up and they're kind of starting to walk past you now.
I walk fast and get close to him and throw the fucking head towards him, not at him, but just towards him, to where makes a thud and
on the altar. It
I don't
slides
know.
across the table and Tyrus immediately stands up. What is the meaning of this? You dare interrupt my service! And Varys pulls his dagger out and
Very
pulls it up to
good
his
choice
throat.
of words,
You will
man.
not use your throat to me. You will not do that. You will not take that turn. And Tyrus kind of raises his hand. He's like, all right. What is the meaning of all of this? He's like, pulls the dagger away.
I mean, that's a very good choice of words there, Tyrus. What is the meaning of this?
What do you tell me?
That's
Where'd
a
you get a basilisk head?
that's a pretty big kobold, man.
That is not a kobold.
Exactly.
That is a basilisk.
Exactly. Yeah. Right. Good little set of coordinates you sent us to. Some people you might have known. Some down there, when they're dead. You want us dead too? That's your plan?
I haven't got the slightest idea.
No.
My intel was that was a nest of kobolds that were raiding smaller parts of the town and
Right.
Where did you get the intel from?
That is none of your business.
I think it
You
is
will
our
refer to me as
business.
your eminence.
Your
M&Ms.
M&Ms. I'm sorry, but I'm at a loss for words here, man. I don't believe you. Sent us there to kill kobolds off some bad information. Make some what?
Everybody make an insight check.
Shit.
That's what I was thinking.
Not good. That's 11.
11.
I think that's 11. 12. Sorry.
6.
6.
I got 13.
13. I'll roll for Varys.
Why are you doing this, cat?
And Corby.
I don't know what to say to this
Yay.
guy.
I'll
Like,
roll
what
for
am I supposed
Corby as
to?
well, yeah.
I like
could
how
we
you're like,
possibly fail?
oh,
We have
don't.
like 5 times advantage.
You're inciting it.
What? This guy's got a negative insight?
I didn't instigate the insight check.
This guy rolled an 11.
I mean, we're all suspect of this guy, so I feel like we would all kind of naturally judging whether
Corby
he's
rolled a natural 20. Corby's rolled.
I don't want to get into some shit with the Archbishop, bro.
I know this is. But he's the main.
He's the smart guy.
Sarkatanian guard.
Yeah, he's the smart guy, and he's got a +3 insight check, so that's a 23.
I have a
We're gonna
+3.
say-
I just rolled a 10.
We're
And
gonna
Corby
say
got
that,
natural 20.
that Corby carries you guys out of stupidity. He's just kind of
Alright.
he's just kind of shaking his head and tapping his. I don't know, man. I don't know. And you guys are kind of feeling like if Corby's not feeling it, then you don't really feel it either, because Corby's never doesn't
his
seem
voice
to
reason.
like people. Yeah. And you're not buying it. You're not buying it. Neither is Van. And he kind of grabs Tyrus by the scruff. He's like, "You need to start telling me the truth right now." Tyrus kind of gets a big smile on his face. And he's like, "I would never lie to you, High Counselor." Like, we'll see about that. And he pushes him back into his chair. He's like, he pulls his spear out and he stomps it. And all of his guards start rushing in towards him.
Tyrus, do you know what paladins do to their wicked enemies that are against him?
And all the guards start pouring in. He's like, "Guards, round up everyone in the city and bring them in front of the Stormspire. I've got a decree for the city. I've got a new law to pass." And Tyrus just kind of sees the big smile he gave when he lied just kind of disappears. Because he knows he's being overridden at this point. And he turns to you guys, he's like, "Come back here in an hour. We're going to change things in this city."
Oh my God!
I'd go to the bar.
Is that
and
what we're
order the
ending?
strongest drink.
Is that line where it ends?
If you guys want to end
I
here.
feel like that's a good ending spot. It's oh God, kind of like what the fuck's gonna happen? Not a lot happened, but
Yeah, not a lot.
it's 2 in the morning.
The fight didn't go how I expected.
We lived.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly thought we were gonna die.
Yeah, I mean, I
Well-
thought
Because I'm
that
like, how do
somebody
I
at least-
how do I approach, you know, stumbling around in the dark trying to swing at a thing I can't
the
see?
actual way to beat it, and it didn't go how I thought, is Varus attacks it. He either saves or fails the throw. Either way, once somebody is either passes it, they get to attack it. But if they get frozen, they're only restrained for 1 round, then they get to then they're turned to stone. And the thing can only look at 1 person at a time. So depending on the initiative order, 4 people get to hit it before it gets to try to freeze 1 person. So a lot of rounds would have to pass. You guys would have to fail like a lot of consecutive throws to all
Right.
get turned to stone. But everyone getting turned to stone would have resulted in the coolest. Didn't happen.
So is that how it ends? Things are gonna change in this city.
If you guys want to
Are
go
we
to bed,
actually
to black.
doing something good?
I'm ready to. I'm down to
Uh,
keep playing, but if you guys want to go to bed, I don't.
Could be worse. It could be a worse thing.
Like, I want to
I
play
mean-
more, but also this is a good.
It's such a
Waste.
good ending moment
Yeah.
that you could linger
Fuck.
on. I do want to play more, but I'm just like, are we gonna end up going to the fucking bar again if we keep playing?
Well, it's almost 2 a.m.
And that.
Yeah.
I do have work tomorrow, and I have to leave. Some stupid guy needs a ride, and I have to leave.
You can play Thursday too.
Aaron's off at what, 5 or something,
Mhm.
and Tush and I are off.
My schedule is probably going to change in the middle of next month, but it'll be for the better most likely, because I'll be doing morning stuff. Like the latest I'll be really committed to anything at or school is 5 o'clock.
Time to work on Thursday.
Same as today.
Huh.
Yeah. Next Thursday is the day after my birthday, though. But I'll probably still play.
Birthday man.
Yep.
All right,
Turn
man.
25.
What a youngin'.
I know. Well, I go to the bar, and this time I'm gonna order third strongest, not the first.
So that when we meet back here in an hour, you
What a weird
fucking
thing
bastard.
to tell a bartender, by the way. Give me your third strongest beer.
They're just like,
okay, I would just give you the most expensive thing.
They're just like the most expensive one, and
You're
they
like,
pour
well, this
pour a
guy's
glass of
obviously
water.
A fucking idiot.
They just get the most expensive thing, and they pour a glass of water in it.
Yeah.
There you go.
There
That'd
you
be
go.
suffering.
All right. So is that
Yeah,
is
we'll
that
call it.
then?
Yeah, I guess because if I
Finito.
do get sloppy drunk, I won't be there.
See, that's something I need to be better about as because
Everyone.
I don't want. I didn't. Everyone decided it was cool to end there. Well, I'll play all night. I don't. There's a lot of cool
Everyone-
places to end. We can end it cool whenever we decide.
Yeah.
Fucking meteor hits. That's where we end.
Oh, you guys are getting off? Okay, there's a tsunami.
Although, oh yeah, well, Corby's with us. Never mind.
Corby's
Never
with
mind.
me.
I am gonna cut the recording. Everyone say bye.
Bye.
Bye.